Welcome back to Disney Dungeons and Dragons! I'm your Dungeon Master, August Schmidt, and with me is the Order of the Imagineers. Say hello, everyone!
Hello!
Donka! Wait.
Donka! That's thank you. What?
Guten Tag!
And a wonderful day to you all. We hope you've had a wonderful day enjoying your bowls that were super, or whatever your hobbies led you this day.
Soup for her.
Soup for her. As you all had met last time, intense session really, making it out of the lair of the Demon Lord, finding the name that this was the Demon Lord Yunogu through the books.
We learned his name.
Being able to not only find a temple, one of the best temples you could help to have your party members who had madness, but in coming back that night after helping find a terrible crime scene where the high priest of the temple had been murdered, still able to find what maybe the intruder didn't, the Dionysus juice, as known in the comments
of the gods!
But in this insane party that was then attacked by Lilith, the dark goddess, and her bone demons,
Bony boys.
where not able at first to save Davy, but save the members of this party, getting everyone out. Insane. You still have that point of inspiration. Keep in mind on finding just the last swig, and with those clerical levels, Rapunzel giving you just enough time to cast basically a resurrection on him. Just because Revivify doesn't restore the body, but
So
having
you
the
let
head.
me do a resurrection?
Basically, but all legal according to gods. This was officially ordained
And I don't get in
stuff.
trouble for this one?
No one can call out for that.
Didn't use your hair.
Insane stuff though, as you're all sitting there, smoke is finishing rising in the distance. As you are all sitting, breathing heavily, the servants of Magencia, these public servants, are finishing up all of the final caretaking. A lot of the first aid right now, most people thankfully were okay. Some people did get very seriously injured though by the bone demons, and so they're like already being taken to hospitals and other places to heal. And I need everyone to roll me a perception check right now.
Oh, we're jumping right in. Oh.
Question, August. Steady eye.
Steady eye would help you in this situation. You will have that time to be able to stop and really look.
This isn't looking
Perfect.
good so far.
Oh no.
Well,
12.
we're gonna suffer and die.
So that's a 30.
What? Dude!
You
10.
perceive! Perceive! 11. Funny thing, I
11
was
to
I
manage,
rolled a
than me.
17 and an
30.
12.
Oh,
12.
way better.
The
Add.
gemstone
That's what
dice,
I rolled.
boys.
We were
Dumbo.
It's the monk who rolls high. It's not used
A
to
10
rolling
is not
low.
that bad.
Your
That's the median. It's
amazing
average.
ears pick what most people don't at first. As the
30.
fire and yelling and panic dies down here, you feel the levels of noise die and then exist. And you feel that, wait, there is still panic and screaming. You look to the sky and surrounding, and you are seeing plumes of smoke. And what the rest of you don't see, but you do, dark shadows moving through the cloud, smoke, and ash in the air. Giant beasts, winged and terrible.
I'm the one who can't speak.
Already, though, moving away from Magencia. The rest
I
of
do
you,
have a question.
after
Could he point them out fast enough for a circle of
You-
death?
too far, even for a circle of
Really?
death.
That far away? Okay.
These are like the dots in the sky where like maybe a bird watch would be like, oh, what kind of beast could that be?
A dragon.
A dra- As you see leaving Magencia board, right, like moving far beyond the reach, all of you now hear screams and fire. You see one of the public servants of Magencia that you sent off running back to this chief, this Tabaxi man. You see as he runs, he is covered in soot and blood. You see just Sir, the temples are all hit. Sir, they need help. Is everyone here good? We have to go.
Damage control, split up.
Yes.
This
I, like,
is-
point at you, and he pulls like the hood bun thing off, and you see the massive ears just flop down, and he picks you up, puts you on his back, and vroom, into the air.
Oh, insane. All of you
Does
see,
anybody know where they're going?
boom,
I was
like,
about to ask him if he had a vial, because I
That-
still have the goddess's blood on me.
you three are left. That's gonna save time.
You have
As you
vial.
two are
I have
already
a
up in the air,
Wineskin?
you have precious
It's
moments.
empty.
Dumbo,
I-
immediately up in that 30,
I'll find
best
the
place you
vial.
could be in the sky. There's the plume of smoke, obviously where you are.
Yes.
You are noticing that there are 4 other fires in different parts of the city. The closest one that you would see is if you were to head due east, like over the castle of Magencia itself. There is one that is far southeast, and the final 2 are more northwest, but like far, as the island almost elongates that little bit,
Yeah.
where
Which
it'd be a
ones are
farther
closest to the
fly.
river?
None.
Like closest to the water. None of
In
them?
terms of like equidistance from that like river around Magencia, you guys probably are at the closest one. These are
Oh, that's
temples.
not good.
Dionysus is a temple that was always more for the common persons of Magencia. So this is the one that's like in that kind of outer ring. A lot of these are inner city,
Okay.
or at least closer. You have a split second. There's the closest one. I will tell you though, it's not the biggest plume of smoke. The
Okay.
biggest plume is in the northernmost temple. That definitely seems like there's some chaos going down right there. You can tell.
Okay. Well, that's where I'm flying.
Yeah, I think that'd be the best one.
Um,
we can move the
You
fastest.
3, it takes a little bit of time. Like you would know and you can start moving, but eventually you would meet up or start hearing where these things are happening. So you guys know there's one that's close. Again, you would be basically trying to cut through the castle, or just hit the castle, go around. But whether running monks, I mean, you both keeping time to step
We've
the
got to
wind.
get Davey
even
to the castle.
I'll
We've got to
carry him.
keep him alive.
Davey is
And
here
not.
still, though. You see right now, he is holding the cask, this final keg, and you see even he, actually for you 3, you watch Davey's eyes lose a lot of that energy and life. You see he falls to his knees, pukes, and just, what's going on? This the
Okay,
vibe of
Davey,
the vibes
I have
aren't
a
good
quick
right
question
now.
for the DM. How
Yes.
many feet away is like the
Oh,
castle?
we're gonna eat it.
How many feet?
Yeah.
Into the thousands
That's
right
awesome.
Okay.
now. Into the thousands.
Flying.
That's really good. That's gonna
We
help.
have
A
our
guy with
horses
a gun.
here with us, yeah?
What?
We have
Did
our
we bring
horses here with us, right?
Currently no.
No,
You guys
they're-
did
yeah,
walk
We
here.
left them at the tavern. How far is the tavern?
The tavern would help. I actually think
No,
that's.
how far is the tavern?
Sorry, yes. To get to the tavern from where you guys are right now, it would be the equivalent of about 5 minutes hard run.
Okay, guys, I think
For a
I
monk.
want to take Davies to the tavern, put him on my horse, and just, I run with the horse because I can run fast, and just take him to the castle because I feel like that would be the safest place for him.
If you want to escort him there, how many plumes of smoke? Like we can split off.
Is
I'll
there,
take one.
so I can go take the one in the direction of the castle?
You should probably take the closest because I can run faster.
Got it, that's true.
Okay, do you want to
Okay.
take the far one flying?
They're already
They're
gone.
already
Hey,
going. They're going to
They're
the.
good. They're what we
They're
saw
going
what
to the
direction
farthest
field
one that's
off in,
already. Yeah, they're
and
already
so
heading
we're
that
like,
way.
Okay, the other closer ones will.
Yeah.
So
The one
there's the
that
one
is
that's there.
worse.
So besides the one you just did, there would be
Okay.
3 other.
DM, I would like to verbalize
Please.
this before
Yes.
anything happens. The blood is still fresh on my hand.
Yes, it
I
is.
dumped out my wine to have.
Yeah.
I have a
okay.
container now. I put the godly blood in. I put in the stopper.
It may not be perfect just because it's
But
hard
if
to get it
nothing-
sanitized out of wine, but
Yeah,
you
but
got it.
I now
Yeah.
have a container.
And
of
we
the
can
blood.
always cut open the wine
It's
skin and add
there's a
stuff like
good
that.
couple
It's not
drops.
a wine skin. It's a glass.
It's one of those glass bottles. So yes,
It's a glass bottle that I was
Ah.
able to like then.
one of
Would
the
there
wine
be
bottles she
any-
bought. Yes.
So there might be a drop of wine in the blood. But
So it's not like perfectly sanitized, so it may not work if you need pure stuff, but you have it.
Oh, but I need something sanitized. Would my water skin work?
No. Water skin, it would really soak up because
That's fair.
I look at
And the
this
water would
Captain
probably be
Lagarde
less sanitary than the
and
wine.
hoping that he has more. Like,
especially, yeah.
do you have an emergency
Fantasy.
vial on
Yep.
you?
no, sorry, I'm prepared. We gotta go. I'm sorry, I don't have any
Does
vials on
Davey
me.
have one?
Davey, no,
Okay,
Davey's got.
I pass you the bottle
David's
and I'm
just
like,
in his party
don't mix
toga.
it when you get to the castle. Put all that blood into a vial. Hopefully it doesn't get mixed.
Okay.
That's
I
the blood
put it,
from
like,
your
I
friend.
keep-
That's your friend's blood. So we can
Okay.
analyze it.
Awesome.
See if it's okay. So, who's
Hey.
going to the closest?
I'm going
going
to
to
the
the
one in the
closest.
direction of the castle.
That's the closest one
Oh,
as well.
then I'll just go ahead and go to the next furthest beyond whichever one
kinda
they're
that-
going.
So
Well,
I would
'cause you were gonna
say
grab Davey.
Yep, I'm gonna grab Davey. We're
Well,
gonna take
get to
5
the
minutes
castle
hard
first,
run
and then she's
okay.
gonna try
Yep.
going to the next.
Because I can just run really
So Rapunzel,
Here,
you could
can I
then do
ride
that
with
course
Davey
correct.
Then, and then we split off when he gets to the castle. I go to the next one
Sure.
because there's 4 plumes.
Okay, let's do
So
that.
Okay.
that's what we'll do. So you guys are going to the largest one.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're going to the closest.
Damage control.
You
Oh,
guys, once you hit the castle,
We're gonna
That
split.
was
I'm
very
gonna go to the
good.
farthest one.
you'll
that-
go to the next one. So Rapunzel, you will be heading more north again as well, but more that like northeast. It's
Sounds
almost
good.
like a little bit of backtrack, but it's that like,
I can
and then
do
you
that. I
would
take
continue
the
on to
scraps.
the southeast far.
Okay.
And I'm
here
gonna
we go.
use almost every bonus action, not every key
Um,
point, because that would be dumb as hell. But to
Do you have
get that
plus yet?
faster.
Me?
I guess that wouldn't help with getting places faster.
We are going to start with you two.
Yeah.
Because
Yes,
that's
here we
one of the
go.
smartest things you could have done. Right
Finally
now.
know
So
that he
great.
can fly.
As-
Another shopping
Foo,
episode.
foo, foo.
I'm
John,
just
you are
waiting
like holding
for
on to
Timothy
like
Q. Mouse
more
to
like
pop
the
out of
tunic
nowhere.
Dumbo would
Yeah.
probably wear. But you guys are getting through the skies fast. A lot of chaos. I was gonna make you guys, because again, you're trying to push through terrified crowds of people right now. Gone. You are foo, foo, foo. Dumbo, you see your steady eye going around. A lot of what seem to be drakes around the city are leaving.
Oh, we're leaving. Okay.
Are leaving, but you see where from whence they came.
Yeah.
This giant plume, as you get close, what you realize, giant symbol burning in the sky of this tall temple. This temple of Zeus is alight with flame and fire. You watch as the fire, which spreads brilliant blue and seems to crackle with electricity as well. Boiling, roiling flame. As you dive in and see, there are a lot of people on the ground. There are a lot of people who are, like, trying their best. What you see, though, upon entering is there seems to still be people inside. As you guys hit, what you are noticing first and foremost is this is a large temple. There are basically like almost 6 or 7 stories. This is one of the largest buildings around here. But if you want, you can give me either an investigation or perception check to see maybe what could be like, what's still happening here, where like people would be, or any other vital information in these precious seconds.
Steady eye.
Steady eye.
Damn.
Because steady eye would help as you're closing in.
Yeah.
I got 14.
14.
28.
28.
On perception.
What you guys are immediately noticing, a lot of people are out from the bottom floors.
Okay.
But that's where a lot of people... John, you're noticing a lot of people are collapsing to the ground at the front steps.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, they're out, but they're not out of harm's way. But, Dumbo, on that 28, there is still... There are 20 people, it looks like, a large group at the very top of the temple who seem to be trapped. Like, you can see them from the windows. They're looking out. On your way flying, you see there are civil servants closing in. It's going to be minutes before they can arrive. And
Okay.
these people don't have minutes.
All right.
What do you both do?
How many people do you think you could carry?
I'm a big dude.
Yeah.
You are, yeah. Being a lockstone is very helpful right now.
Yeah. And the thing is, with powerful build, I can carry stuff as if I was one size larger.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
So,
you can carry
I
as
can,
much as a
I
large.
can, yep, I can be a large creature for carrying things.
Nice.
In terms of rounds, then, it would take you. I have your stats right
And I'll probably
here.
put John down on the ground.
Yeah,
with
that's what
the
I was
efforts
thinking.
of getting people
Yeah,
away.
Yeah,
Put me
seriously.
down to clear people out of the
Yeah.
smoke.
And then I go up for rescue.
That's a good idea.
So,
They're all
here's
just
where we
gonna
go.
be like,
your carrying capacity right now, Dumbo, is insanely good.
Yes.
You've got a good multiplier there, my friend. I mean, being able to count as large already is giving you a ×2, right? You can carry at maximum, and this is actually good to know, almost a perfect 1,000 pounds. I'm going to round up.
So that's at least, that's probably like...
You have enough of it. It helps because with your strength score not being minus, you're able to carry it. What I would say is this, though. You would probably have to lose a lot of equipment, though, you're holding to get that perfect 1,000. And that would be like you could hit 4 people if you're just going from like top to bottom.
Yeah, so when I set John on the ground, I sort of slink off my bag and all my harnesses, which as the cloak is gone in the wind. As we
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, he's like fully decked out in harnesses with daggers and he's got the rapier.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got, like crossbows and arrows, and he just like
You were
unhooks it
the
all,
walking meme of
puts it on
takes
you,
10 minutes
and there's
to surrender your weapon.
All right.
You're the walking meme of it takes like
Um,
this one and the oops.
Yep.
Here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
These are 5 checks then of dexterity saving throws. Because you are getting from burning, breaking building to the ground, and you're trying to do it safely.
Yeah.
Heck, if anything, you could swing over rooftops and drop them off and kind of circle back like that.
Oh,
That's kind of that thing, is like
Yeah, that would
going
be
from
really
like
good.
high place to like, okay, here, I can get back in time.
Sweet.
So let's do these checks. Here's first round.
First one, and I have evasion.
You
and
do have
plus
evasion.
9.
That's gonna. I will say though, you have evasion. The people
They
you'd
do
be
not.
carrying will not.
Okay. So that first one is a dirty 20.
Well and succeeded. You You grab a lot of these people. You are noticing none of these people are clerics or priests. These are worshippers.
Yep.
These are like common people who maybe are here tonight praying. Who you crack in this window, right? All these people turn, see this giant lock sit on with ears. You see what? Right, what the bloody hell are you? Go! You grabbing these people, boom. You grab the first 4, head down, boom. Circling, rooftop, ground, easily, people set down. Here comes the next check.
That is a 19.
19 succeeds as well. You grab the next. People are now getting ready, right? They're starting to immediately gather as they're grabbing. Okay, go. A lot of people get on your back. You go down. As you're going, you see again, fire is spreading fast, but again, thankfully not enough to this window. Down safe. Third check.
That is a 17.
17 succeeds barely.
Oh.
Barely succeeds here.
This is
You
stressful.
see, as you are like jumping out the window, a beam starts to fall, and your ears wrap behind you. Grab people. You side tuck. Boom. And before you hit halfway down, unfurls. All the people. Boom.
God.
Hits weight. You glide down. Save. You look back up. You're able to fly back up. That window's broken, but you're able to just enough get another window open. There's 2 more checks. Here we go.
That is a 19 again.
19 succeeds. All these people are getting... The fire and buildings are breaking. As you jump off, you feel part of the roof and ledge buckle from where you were standing. The building's integrity is terrifyingly crucial. Boom! Down. All these people climbing off. Different halflings and elf. You fly up. Last time, here's the last check.
Come on.
That is a 21.
Yeah.
Whoa.
21!
Incredible.
All succeeding with that incrementally getting harder. You get up. As these last people are getting on your back, you see the window start collapsing and rumbling. And as you then turn other way, boom, crash through the back window. As the building then falls behind you, obviously, but all of these people are safe.
Yeah.
John, you are on the ground. A lot of people are down.
Yep.
What are you doing right now?
Just for the night.
So are any people like coming in, or like are people still standing, running out?
There are still people running out from the bottom floor, and what you see is there doesn't. You're 2-3 minutes away from any of the servants of Magencia from getting here.
Okay, as people who are still like looking in pretty good shape or running out, I'm just gonna kind of corral them to get the people who are down. And start
Good.
helping them carry people.
Give me. I'm gonna give you a persuasion check with advantage. You've got advantage in this kind of like that
That you're kinda
leadership
like
quick
an
thing.
athlete.
That's gonna be helpful.
Well, and he's an Imagineer, so he has that, like, authority.
Yeah.
You do have that authority right now too. That's what's gonna really help.
Woo! That's not bad.
It's not bad.
This one's good.
Advantage.
Ew.
Okay, so 16.
16 is still really gonna help right now. A lot of people. You just start barking orders. You see these worshippers are immediately like stopping instead of just fleeing out into the night. Are starting to stop. Help just like that whatever first aid can, like, okay, this guy, like, he passed out from the smoke, getting him out. Who has water? You start immediately doing first aid. Very much gonna save some lives here too, John.
The damage control squad.
Oh yeah.
Love you guys.
First responders.
Yeah.
Meg.
Here we go.
I realized something. Conjure Elemental lasts for up to an hour. I still have my Earth Elemental.
You do.
Yes!
Just
That is
surfing on top of your
good.
Earth Elemental.
I will say this, Meg,
I don't think he's actually faster than I am, but...
but
the
in a
muscle will be
very
good when we get
important
there.
way,
He's got
Meg,
40 feet.
you
Turn
grab
up
on this
fire.
Earth Elemental, boom, 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 tunneling under the earth, evading so much of the
Plus,
crowd.
doesn't he have 40 feet of movement, not 30?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he is faster.
Slightly
That's good.
faster, and again, the important thing
Evading
is
the
you are
crowds.
evading crowds and chaos.
Nice.
Boom, 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 boom. You make it up. As you get close, Stoney has that innate sense too. He brings you up just enough. As you emerge out, you see this temple of Athena that you were at only a few days ago in flames. Make me a perception or an investigation now that you're here.
Okay.
Hey, side note, Bonnie.
I'm rolling really badly
I
already.
have that bonus action to get to the rooftops. I am happy to take you with me and then throw you onto the rooftops so then you can evade
16
crowds.
investigation.
Yeah.
16 investigation.
So
Ooh,
what I'm
really
thinking
good.
is-
What you're seeing is
I don't
this
think
temple
he's gonna be very good
might
at
be
rooftops.
more empty. Like
No,
you're
No,
thinking
I'm
like,
talking
okay,
when we drop him
horse.
off and you're
Wrong
running
horse.
to the
Oh, yeah.
next location.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike most temples, this one doesn't have a lot of layers. This is a much more open temple design. But you definitely hear there might be some people inside.
Like...
You're hearing screaming
Level
inside the
or-
building. All one level, but
Oh,
somewhere
there's
deep
only one
inside.
level in the building?
One level, but somewhere deep inside the building are screaming.
Okay.
Scrim.
Okay.
Scrim below. Sorry, I know this is a severe situation.
And it's on fire.
Everything's on fire. What you're seeing is this fire just seems to be normal fire. This is roiling red flame.
Oh, he says
Nothing that seems to be Grecian or other elementally of whatever dragons may have attacked. This is just, it's a building on fire.
Like, is there... Can I send Stony in? Like, can I get any sense of how many people are in there? Or, like...
You can send
Are
Sony
there
and do
safe
like a
ways?
recon.
Is there a route that's not on fire that we could take people out?
No. So what you're seeing right now is it would have to be a leap of faith. On a 16, it's that like there's people inside. You might know where they are in that general sense, but
Okay.
there's no like quick routes. There's no windows. This is like there's people in there.
Bust through the wall, you got a portable battering ram.
Yeah, there's Stony.
That's true.
You could
That's
also,
actually
that
a really
could
fair
weaken
point.
the building's integrity.
That's true.
What is the building made out of? Is it made of stone or is it
These
okay.
are very classic stone and marble temples, but it's still the wood and stone that can ignite. Again, the putties are stuff that would be
the
used in the
putties that are
construction.
breaking out?
It's causing the structural integrity and the flames around the temple.
I don't know if it would be a check to figure this out or if this is something I would just know. If instead of an earth elemental, if I conjured a water elemental, how quickly would it be able to put out a fire? Would
Of
that be
this
like it would take a
size,
few rounds?
yeah.
It's that how big is the
and
fire?
I would say you'd really only have one more check before you've had a critical point of people will
Okay,
die.
so I am going to send Stony in because he's probably more impervious to flames than I am.
Boom.
And basically, I want him to look for people and figure out how many there are and a safe way to get them out so, like, the people won't get burned on the way out. And, like, obviously he can take a couple out on his way back to then report to me.
Gotcha.
Also, can't he merge with stone so then he can even...
He
travel
can
can.
even, like,
faster that
almost in
way?
a group way, like a protective...
Like how Mork was
circle.
moving through the maze, like in the walls, is what I'm wondering. So-
Do not issue any commands. It's all mental. Cool. Stony goes in, comes back out. You see Stony isn't holding people. What you see, though, is you get that innate from what he can gesture and just like that mental connection that there are two people inside and he can't get to them.
Okay. Can he describe where they are to me well enough that I could dimension door to the people?
He might. He's showing you like enough of the location.
Like, do I have enough of that location that I could...
This
then
is
use
still
that?
based
You've
off of
been
the
in the
16
temple.
of what you've done.
Yeah,
too.
I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
So then... Or could I try to find them myself? I guess I
You got seconds. What are you gonna do?
I think I will try to find them myself because that's gonna give me a better job of figuring out how do we then get out. Because I could dimension door in there, but then I wouldn't know a way out.
Exactly. You rush in. Meg, you take 30 points of fire damage overall getting through this temple.
That's not bad. I'm at full.
You were at full.
Thank goodness.
But getting through, you are seeing arches are on fire, doors are collapsed. After what seems like almost a minute, you find 2 people. These seem to be like, this is just like an orc and what seems to be just a person that were like in here maybe just praying. You find them in one of the innermost rooms. You see this orc is rocking back and forth in a fetal position. Dragon, just the dragon came. Dragon. You look and see that there is a half an orc body lying next to it.
Oh.
And what you see is this half an orc body is wearing robes that look like the same when you came. This may have been one of the priests or clerics here.
Okay.
Are they like dead?
Half an orc. This is the bottom half of orc legs.
Oh, bottom half. I thought it was the top.
So,
Yeah.
I took
No
damage
Darth Maul
getting
going
in.
on
If I
here.
tried to get him out the same way, do I think this is a squishy person and would probably die?
These are normal people,
Could I
unfortunately.
have Sony, like, dig us a tunnel or, like, bust through a wall or something so I could, like, find a new path out for him? Like, could he dig under the building up into this room
Here we go.
and dig us a way out?
Is there enough time?
Yeah.
He can start digging. This will take 2 checks. Here we go. First one for Stony. First check was really bad.
Only one, but I don't have spells that would do anything.
Yeah.
Well, no, wait, there's only one person left alive, so I could dimension door him out.
There are
right?
2 people.
Yeah.
There's a human and an orc.
Okay, you only described the orc and the dead orc. So
I
didn't-
said there was a human.
Gotcha, but you didn't.
I
describe
said
it,
there
so
was a
it's
human.
fine.
Okay,
There are 2 people here and half an orc body.
okay.
Alright, so
I can't take 2
yeah.
people.
On the second one, Stony has started getting through. Meg, you're gonna take more damage though, as it took Stony too long.
Okay.
Yikes.
Oh no.
Meg, that's another 36 points of fire damage.
Oh,
Um,
I'm still fine. I'm at 66.
You're fine.
Which isn't bad.
but here comes the damage for the people around you.
Oh no.
Could she like protect them somehow?
Well, I don't.
This is fire and smoke. Meg, the human next to you passes
Oh.
out.
I'll take
Okay,
very good care of them.
Hang on.
She looks very
I'm not
happy.
sure. This could be a terrible idea. That could do more harm than good.
Well, I mean, if they're dying.
Oh, you're in a situation to be impulsive.
Yeah, I mean,
Being not impulsive gets people killed.
yeah, right now it is
I
that.
have banishment, and because it's 5th level, I could banish 2 people to a harmless demi-plane. So maybe, but the problem is, what do they find there, and is something gonna attack them, and could they still die? But
Harmless means harmless.
Okay,
The
so
problem
I
I
could.
would look at is when they come back. Yeah.
But again, if I can banish them long enough for Stony to dig a tunnel and then drag them out,
Oh,
So then they don't take any
Negate-
damage in the meantime.
so they're
Oh,
not taking
so
damage.
Yeah.
That there you go.
You are
no,
so cool.
Meg,
Thanks.
you got that. Boom! You.
There's so many
Boom! You are focusing. I'm gonna say then you're gonna take that damage they would have taken,
They
but
wouldn't,
they
right?
they're not going
I-
down.
Tis a
No, she wouldn't even
concentration
take
spell.
their damage. She would just take her damage.
Well,
But-
but it's the rest of the time for Stony to finish the tunnel.
Oh, that's
This was
yeah.
damage coming
Yeah,
because
that
Stony
makes
failed
sense.
that first check.
Yeah.
It's like
It's just
because
that they don't
it's
take
one thing
damage
for
now,
you
so
to
they-
stick to Stony really close and just like fast tunnel. It's another thing to make a pathway.
Yeah.
So Meg, you're just taking another 16 points of damage.
16?
16.
That's way not bad compared to what I
Oh
was
no,
doing.
like
Yeah,
it
okay,
wasn't
yeah.
bad. This
I
final
should have
fire
taken.
check.
Yeah. I should have
But
been
Meg,
resistant to fire.
you-
That would have been
Concentration,
useful.
banishment's a
right?
concentration spell.
Oh, it is a concentration spell.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
But you only have to beat an 8. Because you only
well,
have to beat
It's
half
10
of what
or
you take.
half, whichever's higher.
Oh,
Mhm.
right.
So the
So-
minimum DC is 10.
Go ahead and make me a saving throw,
A Constitution
Mhm.
saving throw.
and
Yeah.
you just have to be a 10.
I only have +1, and I've been rolling really badly.
Oh no.
Here we go.
That's a nat 20.
First nat 20 of the night!
Yeah.
opens your arms. Smoke fills your lungs, and you hold this banishment on this spot.
Does that give her like an
I hate people! You made my life so much more difficult!
You hear the voice in your head. Good plan. And boom! Stony erupts from the ground. Tunnel is ready. You, boom, bring it back. Stony, you grab as collapsing behind you.
Cool.
Down and out. And you get these people out.
Megara is boss.
Yeah.
Snaps all around. I thought I was gonna let civilians die.
No, we are changing the
We are
changing
the
season.
We care about the little
Crimes
guy.
here.
Raya,
Crimes.
you book it through the
But no
city.
war
It's
crimes.
tough,
No recent
even with
crimes
like
that I've
quick
done?
step the wind, trying over
No,
people's
because
heads.
guess what? I have that bonus action. I'm going onto the rooftops.
Clever. Also evading the crowds.
I don't have it.
Here's what
I
we're gonna
gave
make.
it directly
Evading the
to
crowds.
Pete.
I will make quick checks though. Part of going on the rooftops right now, Ryan, while helpful, there are fires throughout the
Nobody
city
was
that
so
aren't just
kind.
this, the temples.
Oh no, I have keen mind.
Smell
I'll be able
news
to
get
go
off
on
my
my
nose.
too.
No. So what I'm saying
No,
is
old
like I'm gonna
scare.
make some quick rolls. It just there might be problems for you in terms of like, yeah, I made it through, but it's like trying to find the smartest ways around. It's like how do I put this?
He just leaves an IOU.
What you are noticing, or like Riot and the rest of you, yeah, the buildings are the biggest things, but there were attacks. This was an attack on the city.
Yep.
So going up the rooftops,
person.
a lot of speed again is saved, thankfully, by not running into people. But if there are other fires,
Okay.
if buildings have
So
gone,
you're running for
because
rolling
you're
for
not
obstacles.
sure what could be there. Like if you step on a roof and because there's a fire inside you didn't see, because again think
be a problem.
chaos is everywhere. I'm not even trying to describe. You're sure there might be looters right now or people doing things.
Yeah.
Like, what could be happening you don't know about?
Okay, so really quick, my question for our group is, because I have the City Secrets feature, does that mean that we don't move quite as slowly as we would?
It's if we move as a pack.
Move as a
yeah.
group.
Yeah, because the three of us are going to be moving together. at
I've
least
already
in the
taken that to account for
Okay,
like
just making
getting
sure.
because you guys did the get
It's
to the
like a
horses
time
at
jump.
least what you and then you're going with Davey and then
Yeah,
this.
I'm putting
yeah.
Davey on the horse and I'm just running alongside the horse.
Oh yeah, your group
Okay.
package that helps you guys
Good.
just getting there just fine. But it's once you split up, there's going to be the people or the objects.
Yeah.
Okay.
Raya, you were able to run. Give me just one dexterity saving throw.
Good music.
My playlist is working great today. I
Yeah,
love
it
it.
is.
Hollow Knight,
Yeah.
greatest video game ever made.
Dex
Hashtag
save?
changed my mind.
Which one?
Hollow Knight.
That's
Hollow
11,
Knight?
but it's a nat one.
A nat 1, 11.
Oh.
Raya, as you are running, boom, boom, boom,
on.
you feel your foot break through wood,
Oh.
and it's that.
I'm like, you're
Oh,
fine.
boom, 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 boom. You're going to take some fun as you collapse
Fine, I don't
through
care
this.
as long as I
Wait,
can
she's
keep
got
running.
Featherfall, dude.
I got Featherfall, my guy.
Damage from the wood and splinter and fire below you.
Okay, that's
It's not the falling damage itself. There
Yeah,
is
make
It's the okay.
I was gonna say, hey.
Raya. It's only
It's not the ball that kills you, it's the fire at the bottom of the pit.
Yeah.
16 points of damage. You're at 43 hit points still, so still really good. But you fall through. You hit this tavern. Like you look up like that full head flip, and you see like tavern patrons are screaming, right? Like
nobody
this
was
seems to have
getting
been like maybe a snuggly duckling. Like you see the fire. There's a ducky on fire in the corner. But immediately you can't stop, right? You see people and everything, right? You jump using more of the key points, of course, but not too much. Boom, 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 jump out of the hole, just losing a little bit of time and hit points.
That's I know it's a little bit of time, but that could be someone's life.
It could be someone's life. You book it through the city as you reach this other very southeastern part. As you arrive, what you see is there is a grand temple. You see, actually, this looks to have been a temple of Poseidon. This is much more in, like, maybe a fishing district.
This is a good
Blaze.
It is full of blaze. What you know, so, is it's not just fire. The temple itself is oozing with poison
No.
and acid, and it's slowly dissolving. Give me investigation or perception as you've made it to this temple to try to see what's going on.
Investigation or perception?
Either one.
I'm going with perception because
Gotcha.
I have a +4. It's cocked.
Honestly, under Denethor, Gondor sucked. They were losing because of Denethor.
Absolutely.
But it's also because he lost his mind looking into the Palantir.
It's a good story. It's a good story.
I have
Civ
no
20.
pity for that.
Civ 20.
I don't
Raya,
anymore.
quick looking
Because,
around. This temple has about 3 tiers. What you're noticing?
so despicable.
Middle tier, definitely empty because it's basically just like gone and dissolved with acid. Half of the top tier is gone,
My dude
but
deserves
you don't
better.
see people up there.
I don't see people up there. I don't see people in the middle. Do I see people at the bottom?
On the ground, you see there are 3 people trying to lift a giant hunk of stone that dissolved from the top and has crushed someone.
Oh.
You see that there is these 2 halflings and a human that are trying to lift off what seems to be like a furbolg, like that was crushed under. None of them look to be clerics or priests, though. These seem to be normal people.
Running.
You run up.
Immediately, and I look at them and like pull them out, and I'm gonna try and lift because I actually have a solid strength.
This is a strength check.
I
You.
missed the days when I was a land and had strength.
Ooh.
Go. That's 10 for the first one.
10 for the first one. Your companions do pretty good. You're starting to lift it up.
Hear me
This
out. In
is
this
solid
moment-
chunks, though, of limestone and sandstone.
I know. In this moment, I know I'm not playing a cleric. I have been reading about these, and this is Poseidon's temple near the water.
Mhm.
I am calling out to this god to
Give-
help spare this life. And to help me.
Instead of a strength, you can give me a religion.
Thank you!
Yeah, if you want to try, it's a godly. It might not work. You're not sure because again,
Religion
this is
wisdom, yeah?
it's
No,
always
it's intelligence.
intelligence based.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was
That's
my whole
why
thing.
I was confused.
Right? You would have a +0 to this.
Gross!
Wouldn't your strength be better?
Yeah.
I know, but like I'm also going to
It's a
think
character
this is in the
choice.
middle of it.
It's in
right?
the. You're like I'm at a
I'm-
temple of a god. Maybe the god.
It's not
can
like
help.
maybe I should pray. It's like, come on! 13.
13. You are praying out with your might. Let me
Okay,
get
one
checks.
more strength check.
Um,
Are there any fires near me?
it's starting to move. This Furbolg's still really trapped.
I know. Can I? Is the entrance going to collapse before we will get him out? I think. From fire.
Maybe.
I immediately use Key Point Dragon's Breath. I am shooting cold, which has been flavored as water, and I'm putting out the fire around the beans, so we will have time to get out.
So clever.
Ooh. That's the action.
That's
Here
how
comes
hot
the last.
stone is, because that could cause him to crack.
It's what I'm thinking right now. Ryan doesn't know physics.
That's kind of
fair.
These people are still. You may have bought a second precious. You get one more strength check.
Come
But
on.
it's geology
You're
studying
not
the
20,
chemistry
come on.
of how physics interacts. It's all of the
Got
science.
that.
Hey!
I'm a theater major.
So in this moment,
You,
can I use
Raya.
my honor points and literally like, if there's any way to trade my life for this fireball, because I'm gonna do it. Like,
What is wrong with you?
Because I have an honor system this time.
I don't
Love sacrifices
Honor
for
system.
This is
I
answering
cannot
everything.
let this person or these people get
Oh
trapped in this
my
temple.
This is
Okay,
answering
it's
everything.
not
Next to your honor.
Stop yelling!
Stop yelling!
Stop
yelling!
Stop
It's not to any god. It's to Sisu. Okay.
Oh, no.
And then also Poseidon, because that's where we're at.
We're all
Okay.
gonna die if you
Raya, this is what I'm going to tell you. You guys are pushing your
Can I
shooting
use key
cold.
points to try and do it again?
Here's what.
or-
No, this is what's happening.
Oh, God.
You are sitting there. The stone's not moving. There are 3 people who are alive next to you. There's one person who's already gravely injured underneath this rock.
I'm not killing him.
You're gonna let
These
3
people
die? So-
Aren't moving because they are so dead set on moving this rock. They're not getting out. You've got a choice.
Of course, Eleanor gets the
It's
choice.
gonna compromise my honor.
This is also a good song.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the one. Sorry, that's just the quote I had to.
Fuck.
Seriously, it's
Is there a way to cut off
For
this
the
man's
greater
life?
good.
life is
I have my
priceless.
sword on
3
me.
lives is.
Can I cut off his legs?
If you cut off his legs, he might die.
Damn it!
Because it's
Bleed out.
that is a bleed out. He already was
and there's a
crushed.
shock.
Do I know
too.
if any of these other people aren't clerics?
There are no clerics right now.
What do I have? Hold on. I need a moment, guys. I know in reality this would be a split
I
second,
will
but
actually.
This is D&D.
This
Give me a
is
moment.
time is slow. You've got a impossible choice. With that, we are actually going to cut. I'll let you look through that. That's totally fine. Rapunzel, you
Please
are
don't
one of
this
the
guy back.
last to reach a temple,
I
and
am...
it couldn't be more cinematic.
Oh no.
Because as you run up, you get Davy, horse everything, get him on the way to the castle. It's a straight shot. You explain to him, just like, get inside, just hide, just talk, find a guard, right?
Find a guard, find King Arthur, something, tell them
Right.
Rapunzel sent you.
You turn and start running northwest.
I will
Or
use,
northeast.
I will
right.
use up to 8 of my remaining 12 key points if I
Whoa.
need to.
It helps.
Okay,
Booking it through,
There we go.
and it's that combination, running through the streets, on the walls, on the stage. It takes a while, though, because of the chaos. As you arrive at this temple, you see the crescent moon
Oh, come on!
and realize that this temple of Artemis is a light. You see that as you are sitting here, the temple of Artemis isn't just on fire, of course. This temple is structurally broken. There are jagged rocks that have stabbed through in some places. Give me an investigation or a perception as you arrive at the last temple.
It's gonna be perception, because I only have +1 to investigation.
Trying to
Mm.
themselves. Tag teamed it. We did.
I'm gonna burn my inspiration on this.
Go for it.
Yep.
Got worse!
Yeah.
Okay, I got an 11.
11.
That's
What
not
was the first
good.
one?
8. I only have a +3 to
This seems to
perception.
be a
No.
one-level temple. Not a lot of rooms. You're not sure, though, of all the screaming and people running around, if there's people inside or not. You can guess that there probably would have been, but you're not sure where they could be. So the question to you is, do you risk damage and anything, try to charge in to try to start finding people?
What are my hit points at? I don't actually know.
Rapunzel, you are at 83 hit points.
You know what? Yeah, screw it. Okay, I'm going to do as quick as a glance as I possibly can, even if that means perception at disadvantage. Try to find a safe-ish way to get in.
You,
Okay.
the temple doors are still open. It's like, because again, the main archways are the biggest structures. Running in, you find immediately fire top of arches.
Okay.
You can now make me a investigation if you'd like inside this temple.
Has to be investigation.
Yes, and I will tell you the damage you're going to start
10.
taking.
I will say I don't ever want to stop moving because I feel like I'll probably take less damage if I'm moving through the fire.
16 points of damage.
Okay.
You're at 67.
I need
Fires
to
are burning.
make a
Boom,
check
boom,
real
boom,
quick.
boom.
Plus things. Oh my gosh! Okay, I make it.
Close.
That was.
Rapunzel, you are fighting fear. You feel bad memories boil up. Rapunzel, as you are running, foo, 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 you're on the wall. And Rapunzel, you see Adam pushing off Mufasa. Foo, foo, foo.
Oh, come on!
You see Lilith diving into foo, foo, foo. You see yourself. Eyes black. You see these horrid memories as you're pushing through. But as you break open a door, you see two small children. One seems to be a genasi. One seems to be human.
What kind of genasi is? Please tell me
This
water.
seems to be a earth genasi, very like rock and earth and skin that are cowering behind what seems to be some of the pews in this small little
Okay.
circle.
Are either of them injured?
They look pretty injured.
How old are
Ball
they?
of magical hair around them.
How old are they? Like,
They
roughly.
couldn't be more than like maybe 7 or 8 years.
Okay.
These seem to be young kids that were here.
Okay, cool.
Rapunzel gets the kids. She has the bedside manner.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty clever how you guys split up. I love
I love how that worked out.
My hair is already unbound.
Gotcha. Boom.
I am going to try and strap them to my back. Because honestly,
Kids.
like,
Give me a sleight of hand as well as
that I can do.
because you're trying to like use.
I got a 22.
You make a sling for these kids.
Okay.
I will say on 22 you get high enough where you could take damage for them of fire
do that.
things falling, right? So it's like that even though they're on their back, it's something where it's like you shift forward and they're underneath you using the hair.
And I'm just going to be humming to them so that they don't start freaking out and like try to... Because if they're wiggling and scared, they're going to make it difficult for me to...
Right. Give me a persuasion check
Okay.
trying to calm them.
That's an 11.
11. You're pretty freaked out yourself.
That's fair.
But usually they're just like, okay.
I'm going to let one of them have Pascal on their shoulder or something. He's a calming presence.
Little lizard.
Sticks his tongue in your
Sticks his tongue in one of their ears, yeah.
And they're going to be... Ew! I'll distract them. Oh crap. This is going to be great.
Rapunzel, you start charging out. You take
I'm using the rest of my key points to get out as fast as I can.
36 points of damage. Only to you, though. You're at 31.
I'm fine. I got a 9. They're like, that was a 1.
I saw the one and I got really worried.
I'm so glad you gave me advantage because of Agatha.
You've started healing. The mental process is slow. It can still happen. You don't fall into an episode. As you see, you are running up the walls, up and around, full monk-like, finding those, like, perfect little crevices to, like, slip through in and around. You see Pasquale is just, like, changing colors for these kids as they hold them in the palm of their hand. And you see, as the archway collapses, tucking and rolling out perfectly, boom, 3-point land outside as the temple collapses behind you.
Oh gosh, I hope there's no one else.
And these kids are safe.
Okay, I'm immediately going to use whatever I got to heal them up some. Because
Ooh,
this
good,
isn't
good.
good.
Uh,
Okay, so I'm
Raya,
going to use my cure wounds on both
it
of
is
them.
you.
In this moment of time to slow down, it is not my place to dictate who will live and who will die.
So they all live.
No! Come on,
So they all die?
people.
I
No.
was-
I have
Raya dies?
Draconic Disciple, where I can channel my key into my strikes, and I can choose the damage type. I'm going acid, and I am trying to break this stone as fast as humanly possible, using
Hell
every
yeah.
single one of my last
You've
key
got
points.
5 strikes here, my friend.
Done.
I
How
will
much is
tell
this
you
gonna take?
right now, the AC,
I communicate to the guys, like, as soon as this breaks, you all run, don't look for me.
you see
Because
these
I'm-
like halfway just like, what are you talking about?
You're
You
gonna
got-
break a rock?
You,
I'm
did
not
not
the
expect
energy
this.
coming from them, okay?
it is still your
But
bare
again,
fist
you
that
just told a bunch
image.
of guys, I'm gonna break this rock, and they're like,
Yeah,
what?
it is like...
And I
Here we
look
go.
at them, I'm like, don't worry, I'm an Imagineer. Whoop-ah! First strike.
Here we go. I'm going to have you roll them all at once because there's basically damage threshold for this stone.
Damage.
Raya, you need
How many do you need?
5
Come
d20s.
Actually, you can pick.
The AC for
He's got a
you,
lot.
there
I'm not choosing
for
this
this
for ya.
big old giant hunk of stone in this Poseidon temple, is only a 16. This is sandstone and limestone. This isn't like it's just big, right?
You should have
This
a
is
plus
going to
10
be
to your
with
hits.
my plus dex for attack, right?
You've got
Yeah.
a plus 10.
Yeah, you have a plus 10.
Okay.
You just need to get
6s
rolls
or higher.
6s or higher.
That one's a 6!
6.
That one's a nat 20, that one's a 7. That one's cocked, that's a 2.
There's a crit in there, though.
Yeah.
So
So
one
it's a crit.
failure. 1 failure, 3
One
successes,
failure,
but
3
one that was
successes,
cocked.
one
Yes,
crit.
I saw that one. It's
One crit, it's not
Oh.
saved, it's a crit.
a crit.
And that one hits as well. So,
You've got 5 hits, so you need 5d6.
no, I missed one. 3 normal
but
hits,
one's a
1
crit.
crit.
That's a crit, so...
3 normal hits, 1 crit.
4 attacks, 1 crit.
Yeah.
Yes.
3 hits, yes. Thank you for your help.
How many D6 do you
You're
need?
Four.
in jail time.
4?
Yep.
Yes.
Here. How many D6 do you have? I have
I have
D6
one.
here. Here's 3
Shouldn't
more.
it be 5? Because it was 3 hits plus the crit?
Plus
It was
a
Oh.
2 hits.
So it's gonna be 5.
Oh, it's 3 hits in a crit?
Here's
Uh-huh.
4.
Oh, yeah, then 5.
Go ahead and roll those.
This is an even better boss music from the game. This is my favorite boss.
Okay.
It's some good music. I love
4,
The
8.
harpsichord.
3. That's 12. No,
11.
that's not 12. That's 11. 11 plus 5 is 16. Plus 1 is 17. Is that enough to break it enough to pull out the legs?
Have you added
I'm not even trying
modifiers?
to break the stone. I'm trying to go near his legs.
Mhm.
Did
To
you add
give
your
him-
modifier?
Did you add the modifiers?
Modifier. Right. I have my
Is it
dex.
strength or dex?
It's
Dex.
Dex.
Plus 5.
17 plus 5.
22.
Is
Well,
that
isn't
enough
the 5 added
to
for
break
each hit?
near the legs to give a big enough opening to pull
It's
the legs
not
out?
so much about the legs, right? It's breaking the stone itself. Because if you're just trying to break your legs, then stone can come on, right? Like
Yeah.
it's
But again, the 5 is added for each hit,
Right,
right?
isn't it?
Yes,
So
it's
which
for each
should
hit.
be another.
Oh!
So instead,
That's plus 25.
no, plus 20.
20.
Because we don't double it through the crits.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So 23 plus 15 is going to be 28. It's 38. 38.
38? Beating the 35 needed.
Oh, that was
I was gonna say, I'm
close.
like, you weren't even
Thank you
half
for your math help, friends.
Raya,
Take
as
your-
you grab,
Thank goodness you can
boom, boom,
punch.
boom, you slam into the stone.
It's almost like water, not like sewer water, but like it's oddly crystal clear, and it's
I think this is the best round of decisions this party has ever made,
No
right?
kidding.
Like,
Well
what
done,
problem
yeah. I
solving
mean,
did I
usually
get?
like
Some of
someone
that-
does something, I'm like, all right.
And then that 20 be the breaking blow.
Oh yeah. On that next one, boom, cracking through, falling off the furbolg's legs. As you guys immediately draw him out,
Go. Go.
I have to make though the last roll, see if this archway sustains itself or
Okay.
not.
If it doesn't, I still have another breath attack.
Sliding out, barely passing through. Boom. Temple collapses behind you.
I look at these people, I'm like, tell your friend to keep talking, don't let him fall asleep, I'm gonna go run for help, okay?
You see, oh right, yeah, they're trying first aid because this dude's legs are mangled under the rock.
Well, I should
Yeah,
stand
because
to
all the
I
clerics
have
are
a
dead, so nobody has like
Yep.
healing spells.
I
And
will
those
ask
bones
I
are
have
all
gonna
of-
high
be
wisdom.
little
Can I
red
help with
shards.
medicine?
Well, here's what I'm gonna say. All of you have basically succeeded at your temples.
Yes.
I'm just so scared there were more
You guys
people.
had that. You probably had the hardest one with the most people. You guys had some more challenging, and you were
We
able to
definitely
get
picked the right
through
one.
even after
Yeah,
some
we
of the
chose
bad
all the
rolls
perfect
before.
ones.
We did. We seriously
For our
did.
different
That
skills.
was
Well done.
awesome.
That was pretty
That
cool
was
to
just
watch.
luck.
What do you guys do?
No,
I mean,
it was designed.
temples are burning. After a few moments, like already getting out, trying to start first aid, servants are appearing and like trying to stop fires as fast as possible. Fires aren't going to spread, but right now it is still chaos in the city.
I'm trying to think of how is there a way to mass broadcast like a message to the city from the Imagineers, because that's a name they respect, right? Even from the most
Didn't
lunar of
Arthur
luders, they
had
respect that
something
name.
that did something like that?
Like a mass broadcast
I
system.
feel like there was once it was brought up. I might just be crazy.
You might be crazy.
If it was brought up,
Oh, I'm definitely
if it was brought up with
Not
our
by
group,
Ryan.
No, not by Raya. Within our group, if Raya was present, she remembers it crystal clear. Keen mind feed.
Ryan, you don't remember
I have
ever hearing anything
thaumaturgy.
about this.
No.
That's it. I can make my voice super, super loud.
Would
But
any
not enough
of
for
the
whole
like
city.
officers that are swarming my temple be able to tell me about that? How would you spread an announcement?
You see, all of you, like, talking to any of the servants, and again, I'm gonna say,
We're also
because, like, I
split
feel
up.
like that's kind of like, you guys are definitely doing first aid on wounded,
Oh,
you're,
yeah.
like, helping out.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, the small fires that are trying to spread to other buildings, helping put those out. Right now, any of you can tell, there's no big public announcement systems, right? I mean, this is a kingdom made
Is
up
there
of
a warning
kingdoms,
bell
so...
system?
No.
How pathetic is it? Sorry. That was me.
Not to mention all the belfries in the temples are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like there should have been like militant warning system of some sort. But it's fine.
Almost like an emergency broadcasting system.
Okay.
No, it's
well,
like that, but a dream is a wish your heart makes, but like with a kazoo. You know, time
Oh
to
my
like,
gosh. Okay.
Sorry. I'm being.
I'm going to just make sure that everybody is stabilized as much as I can. And then I'm going to go back to the castle, and I'm going to see if if Merlin is there, and if he can do anything, or Agatha, because I know both of them are incredibly magical, and if anyone can get a message to the whole city, it'd be one of those two.
Gotcha.
And yeah, if I see a horse, I'm gonna take it. Unless I'm faster than a horse. Am I faster than a horse?
I think you're faster than a horse.
I'm just
Like,
gonna book it.
even in like chaos, like the almost like difficult terrain of like getting through, you're still faster than a horse,
Because
right?
I'm smaller than a horse, even.
Right. Cool. You start heading back to the
That's
castle.
need
first
two
just starts
coconuts.
flying back to the
Yeah.
castle.
Oh yeah, where I'm dropping down,
Yeah,
getting all my
coconuts.
gear back on, putting on my
So
clothes.
click,
the
click, click,
monk's running and like. So
Cool.
you're
You guys
running,
flying
and
back
I'm
to the
behind
castle.
coconuts.
Ryan Mac.
I think my first thought probably
Monty
would be
Python's.
like meeting back up with everyone else. So I guess if we're all heading to the castle, that would probably be that. This is probably like a central point where we would all meet up.
This is the biggest
Well,
point
on
around,
the
yeah.
way- And on the way there, like if there are a bunch of crowds, I might be making like announcements to like yelling at people who can't hear me to like calm down and go back to their houses because like, hey, the temples are on fire, but they're being put out by the authorities. You'll be safer just going back home.
Give me a persuasion check.
I have good persuasion. Let me just double check what it is.
I feel like that'd be pointless.
Can
for
we
me to
all
just
do
because I'm
announcements
going
like
too
that?
fast.
So just like on
No.
the way, if there's all these crowds
That's
in the
clever.
way.
You wouldn't be that. That's clever, but let's see what happens.
It's a nat 1 plus 10. I can dark one's own luck.
Do you want to?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a pretty important thing.
So, dirty 20. Ooh. No, 21. Right? Because I rolled a 10 and I had.
Maybe in that one.
I'm going to
21.
roll basically just
21,
opposite of
Sim.
the chaos of the city.
Mm.
To give you the
21.
to see
The fact that
how
you
well.
can turn a nat 1 into a 21 is pretty
I
freaking
can't do
dope.
it all the but.
Can you also yell to pass it on?
Meg, you
No,
as
don't
you
let
are
me go home.
running,
Yeah.
And get off the streets.
you start yelling, "Go home!" and everything. You though hear.
Oh wait, did I already use that today?
You did.
I used
Oh,
it
it's been a
today.
day.
Oh, hang on, is
Uh,
there anything else
Well,
I
I
can
think
do
that's
then?
kind of unfair because it's been like last session.
No, but I haven't
No, yeah,
rested.
that's
since
Rested.
then.
It's a
I know,
resting. It's
because
not
I
like a
leveled
session
up,
thing.
but I can't use any of those
No,
benefits.
Yeah.
because I'm
Talking
doing this
like-
along the way, could we be like that failed for one
Meg,
section, but like...
This is what you need to hear.
Okay.
As you are running through, you are trying to yell to people, "Go back inside." You though hear, "Witch! Witch of Hades! You that sold out the world, why should we listen to you, you witch?" You hear people start murmuring that, and
Oh my god.
tomato hits you in the face. And you are hit with a rock for only 4 hit points. As people start screaming at you, you hear women scream, "Stop killing our children! Why you brought this upon the world, witch?"
How far away from the castle am I at this point?
It's like a 4-minute hard run.
Well, it doesn't matter because I just realized I can't dimension or use all my spell slots. What am I gonna do to keep from murdering people?
Because you see a lot of people though, they're starting to recognize you, but they're recognizing you on that nat 1.
Pull a Rosa Diaz and just imagine murdering them in your mind.
Yeah, but it's also that like...
Oh my god.
She's been on edge for a while
Yeah.
now.
Well, the thing is,
And-
if you just think like,
Okay.
Arthur will clear this
I
up.
want to then like obviously leave. Is there like
can leave.
something off in the distance that I can like Eldritch Blast to distract people from me so they're all like turning and looking at the thing that just blew up and then I can like disappear and run away and they're not
You
noticing
can
me?
try, yeah. Go ahead, give me a sleight of hand. No.
Sleight of hand? Sleight of hand could
That
work.
This
or
is-
stealth,
I
think.
feel like this
trying to
actually would be a,
distract you.
a deception. You're
Deception
trying.
to
Well, you're
distract
trying to
people.
distract, and because you can. that's an easy enough thing. Like,
Oh, look at the
that look.
explosion.
There's
I
a,
don't know, 11
a
people are
fountain
gone.
or like a just cheap sign, right? Something to be like, oh no, run! Like
26 deception.
Yeah.
There we go.
you,
Clear yourself out
like
of the mob that's
subtle
chasing you.
cast it, like even though you're not sword, but just like fling out an Eldritch Blast. It hits a stone like statue, rubble. People scream, immediately scatter as you know. There's much more pressing. Give me a perception check as you run.
That is just awful.
Yeah.
But like I love it.
Oh, it works.
The story story. It's so
Story-wise,
great.
it hurts,
I
but
just
it's
feel
cool.
bad.
That's my second nat 1.
No.
I'm worried that I'm sitting next to you.
You don't see
This is why Mason won't sit next to me anymore.
Ah, so he just wants
spread
me to die.
away from the die. Meg,
You
as
are literally
you
our Murph.
boom,
Yeah.
throw it away, you start running. You don't see the subtle grinning figure
You
slip
don't see.
into the shadows.
If it's fucking him, I will murder him.
You don't see anything.
I
though.
know.
As you run off, all of you are converging on the
By the way, I
castle.
didn't leave until I knew that man was in safe condition.
I was like, well, he dead.
So I'm not.
Here we go.
With my honor, I am not leaving until I know that they are okay.
Death saving throws.
Damn it.
Because
Can I do
people
medicine
are
checks?
healing. Here's what I will tell you. It's going to be 3 rounds, even with all the message. It's because he's in very, very
How
critical
close are the
condition.
authorities?
Oh, these are with the authorities.
Damn it,
This
there's not a cleric among any of them was really dying?
there isn't.
What the hell?
All the clerics are dead. Oh, right. The point of burning down the
No, that's
house.
what right.
Exactly.
Where are the clerics? You look. You see like a bunch of dead clerics in the town.
Oh, fuck! David's alive.
Internally, just.
He's the head cleric for all of
All of
Magencia.
I know.
There are
I'm
3
so
rolls.
grateful
It's not
for that.
impossible,
Oh no.
but there are 3 rolls that this dude will have to make before he could get stabilized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here comes
Because
one.
the problem is he is bleeding profusely. His bones are
First one's a
shards.
4. That's a
He's in
failure.
shock.
That's a failure.
He's so close.
Here comes the second one using different die. Raya,
Oh no.
you watch this man.
Listen. Hey, we're coming to help. It's okay.
My child, take.
I take whatever you want.
He is thrusting a portrait into your hands of a small furball girl. She.
Take care of her.
Keep her. On a natural 1.
Oh.
You watch as this man who you broke, but you see his 3 friends are immediately just sobbing as sitting on the ground, you kind of like lean back on your like heels, sitting here, Raya.
I push the arrowhead in deeper.
I thought you said you took it out.
You did take it
said
out.
you
You
took it
took
out.
that out.
Damn it.
Dig the
What the
wound!
hell?
No, you can't.
Come on.
But no, Raya, you feel the
Stop
twang-
endorsing self-horror. They're impressionable young children.
They're
I'm
impressionable
sorry.
children.
This is supposed to be a kids movie.
He died. This is supposed to be.
Kids movie.
Right, though, you feel
Family.
the pang of both wound and heart.
He didn't die.
You see, the halfling, this kind of older halfling. You see this halfling woman.
I'm so sorry I told you.
He, it's fine. He was always a good believer in the gods. He was a good man. He'll be singing praises in Elysium tonight. It's good. Ah, it's not. You see, she kind of like holding the portrait. It's just, it's all right. We know where she lives. He's not a house far away. We'll find her. It's. You did the best you could do. I mean, you're not.
If that's okay.
You're not. You know, God. It's fine. You see that this woman just breaks down sobbing.
I start holding her. If she allows
You
me
hold.
to.
Oh yeah, it's a very raw moment of comfort as you see this verbal. You hear the wailing and scream
This is so
appropriate
for the moment.
as you are all running.
Hear me out, ma'am.
Screams
of
and
tears.
chaos.
Chaos is all over the city. We need to find the scroll now.
You
There
see
is no time.
as you are all traveling though. What was chaos, even with the servants of Magencia now running, has turned to a night of horrors. You do see as you are all like flying, running, not just like again a lot of the more like dangerous, maybe like looting or panic is gone. Screams of fear turning into screams of sorrow as all around the city people are terrified. Meg, you can give me an insight check with advantage.
Okay.
Natural
differently if the Imagineers weren't in town.
No kidding.
There would
21. Now I roll
Meg,
high.
as you are running,
I almost been all
you
over the
hear
place
the
tonight.
dark inner thought that almost unprecedented, but you know, hey, no godly help now.
Mm-hmm.
Hades has made his first move,
Mm-hmm.
his first major move, and that's to make sure that no one gets free passes anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And what a horrid way to do it. As you all converge, you leave the one.
I'm not leaving until I help her. find
No,
it.
they it's easy. They find the home. These people go in. You, Raya, I'll just describe. You stand from the doorway. You see, little girl holding a doll, top the stairs. And you see this woman, tears welling in her eyes. They walk up. You don't go in, but you just see them hug the girl. You know she's safe. And you don't hear what is
I
said,
would like to
but you
pull
know.
off my royal signet ring
Okay.
off of my finger, and I want to go up and ask, knock on the door. May I come in?
You see the human companion that was with this gentleman. Shorter beard, but just. Yeah, I'm sorry. Can we help? Do you need statements?
No, I guess for reference, I am a recently minted Imagineer, but I am also the Queen of Kumandra. I hand over the ring. I say, if any of you, and I include this human, this halfling, the little girl, ever need me, my kingdom services, do not hesitate to find me. What do you call it?
You see this girl, this young
I
girl,
want the young girl
walk
to have
up
the
to you.
ring.
You put the ring in her hand. She looks up at you.
I'm sorry, I'm big.
Very, that very bovine, furbolg face. Where's my daddy?
I don't think that's a question I can answer. But what I can promise is that I will always help you if you need me. And it looks like you have wonderful people to take care of you. Bad things happened tonight, and your daddy asked me to promise him to make sure you're okay. Seems like you're okay.
Okay.
Okay. So take this. And I'm gonna
You see, as she closes the ring, this girl, in the most innocent of childlike questions, do you think these gods love us?
I think so. The actions of other people don't dictate how gods love us. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The gods do what they can, and from the actions of other mortals, we must do the best we can of this life.
You see, the halfling woman puts a hand kind of on your thigh, just nods, in just that gesture of thank you, and maybe they need to leave.
Yeah.
As you walk out, Raya, all of you all feel these pangs as going through. You see people holding bodies in the streets. You see people searching for loved ones.
I'm going to make a muffle around my ears because otherwise Nick's gonna be mad at me for trying to do stuff again. And I'm going to want to save more people, and I'm going to be in trouble, and that's not good because no. So
As you all
no.
reach the castle, in various forms, the guards have all been dispersed.
Do what you want.
All of you arriving, alighting down. A few minutes later, Meg, you walk up. Raya, you arrive. Rapunzel, you're actually one of the last to arrive.
Because I was so far.
It's one of the far. Even with your detour, it's still one of those natural. Like, it's so tough to get back. You all see each other. You see Raya. Your knuckles are just bloody and raw. Dumbo and John, you guys are covered in soot and ash. Meg, you have the side of your head bleeding with then that refuse that was thrown.
I feel like I would have wiped that off before coming to the castle because I don't want any of them to think anything's wrong in that sense.
And Rapunzel, even Pasquale is very silent, or Pascal is very silent on your shoulder. Pascal. Not Pascal. Pascal. As you guys see, a lot of the surrounding, As you reach the castle, though, what you're seeing is you're not seeing anyone. Like, even Arthur doesn't seem to be home. Like, you can guess they're probably out doing stuff right now,
We have
too.
to find Davy right now.
Also, who is the highest ranked person who's currently at the castle?
Be us.
It's,
Like Sarabi, nobody?
It's
there are, like, the bare minimum
Okay, yeah,
of guard.
since
Like,
finding
the
Davy.
castle has emptied.
Absolute
You
skeleton.
have to get people out and about too.
Oh.
That's what helps stop a lot of panic. Is the Magencian guard has gone out and just
Yeah.
immediately gone to
Yeah.
work. You guys are heads right now here.
Side note,
Um,
I didn't ask for his name, but his friends probably would have been calling his name as we were saving him. What was his name?
You know this Furbolg's name was Ranchester. He was a just that Furbolg man. His daughter's name was Mina.
Mina or Mina?
Mina with an M.
Like Minotaur.
Yeah.
His
Ranchester and Mina.
Oh, that
Manchester
too.
or Rochester?
Ranchester.
Ranchester.
Like Manchester, but with an R.
Or rain.
Like a ranch.
Or ranch.
Ranch.
I'm sorry, I'm ruining all your clever names.
I'm not terribly
Hey,
clever.
can we not laugh at the dead
sometimes.
man's name? That guy's sick.
He did die. Hey guys.
He is dead.
No.
He is dead.
But yes. It's
Roll for
no check needed.
respect.
You do roll for
None to be
respect.
found.
Not hard. Davy's here. You see he is inside kind of the inner
I
castle.
rolled a
You
nat
see.
20 on respect.
I'll see.
16.
That's funny coming
Maximus
I know.
was maybe the horse you would have used just in that like.
Oh
you
yeah,
might-
totally would have been.
Max is just looking around, super freaked out too. But you see
I gave him
Davy
an
standing
apple.
next to him. You see Davy just, guys, they're gone.
Yeah,
Just all those holy light.
Davy,
They didn't make it, did they?
you might be the only cleric left in the city.
No, it's not a city.
No.
You don't get it.
Davy.
I feel it, man.
Davy.
What is it, Davy?
I don't feel
Everywhere.
everywhere,
Davy, can
Oh,
you pinpoint
no.
certain locations?
dude.
No, like,
it's-
with that
Oh,
insight from
no.
earlier, is Meg already realizing
Meg,
it's everywhere.
Hades isn't just gonna
This
attack
was
a
his
city.
plan.
This, as you guys,
Only he's got minions left.
Oh no. Oh no.
all of you
Corona.
stop and realize what would be ringing right now for the first day of Elysian of the new year of 9261, as the bells of the city are silent.
The dead.
What would have been in the temples.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
As Davy is kneeling on the ground, you see he is staunch white. Very solemn, just... There's nothing. I can't even... I don't feel much. You see Davy just starts crying very silently. But
Dubbo
As-
grabs him into a hug.
you grab him with a hug.
Meg doesn't have the best bedside manner, but I think she might say something like, look, people have their issues. People are stupid and stubborn, and they don't change. There will always be people who will worship the gods. Yeah, all the clerics now are dead. You're
You
not going to be
think we
alone
worship
for long.
because we're stubborn? You think we worship because we're sad? We love this world. Dude,
And you think no one else ever will? Yeah, tonight
not
sucks.
like this.
Davy, I think
I
what
don't
she's
know
trying
what
to
the
say
gods
is,
did to you, man. But I love the joy it brings.
Davy,
Miracles. There's some that may not come back for a long time.
You're still here. So that means I'm still
Davy kind of just rocks back maybe into a little bit of a stupor. I'm going to, a bit of time passes. After some time, Sarabi naturally comes back, quickly explaining maybe like where a lot of points are, right? Obviously around the temple spreading. You
Do
see,
we have the message spell? Because we need to message the Council of Princess and get an assessment
I
on the
know.
rest of the world.
this is already, this is one of the longest nights for you guys, I would say, because Sarabi, I mean, you guys are being sent back out to help. And it's a good night of help. Like, your night is then full of helping get children back to homes, of healing people in the streets, finding the fires and putting them out, but reports coming in, again, keeping track of the servants.
How many orphans are there?
Here's what you find. The reports coming in Sumani, the Cathedral of Zeus is rubble. What you find is temples around Dysania have been attacked. You are noticing. What you hear is, again, a lot of clerics were in the city right now too for the new year. It was going to be a very big thing. So a lot of them were here naturally.
Congratulations, Raps. You saved the last cleric in the world.
There might be others. Like, already, well, a lot of people are trying to be like, hey, like, people could have been traveling. We don't know about outlying. Like, Kumandra isn't a part of Dysania, so I'd say, right, you have made that knowledge of, like,
As
any
a player,
of your
as
people
Valinor, I want
probably
to know
be
what
safe.
happened in Neverland.
No one's heard from Neverland yet.
That's fair. These words don't really keep in touch
Yeah,
with
the Asmarians are a
you
little
that
more.
well.
Well, even the native Asmarians of the
I guess
wilds of Dysania, like
No
Pocahontas
news
and
is
tribe.
good
Yeah,
news.
no news may be good
Yeah,
news right
that's
now.
fair.
Honestly, yeah.
Into the earliest hours of dawn, all of you at one point or another, you see Arthur helping pick up families and, like, physically working. You see Merlin Morgana using magic to try to, like, already start healing temples, right? Trying to help put stuff back together. But what now may be known across the world as the Night of Clericide. The dark realization sets in of the lack of holy light now in this world. I will say this, it is now 7 in the morning. This was a long, almost 9 hours of work. All of you are in the temple, in the main castle. The castle has become the main setup for evacuees, for refugees, and a lot of people, thankfully, are reuniting. The reports you're finding is there have been bad casualties, right? Mostly of clerical nature. A lot of people in Magencia, it's just more the chaos. A lot of people are being reunited. You're seeing a lot of people. There's not a lot of, like, oh no. Actually, I have to make that roll.
Yeah, I would ask you when you're free, do those two kids, like, are their parents?
You were able to find parents before you.
Oh, thank God.
That's a Rapunzel.
That's so much PTSD.
Yeah.
No, you're fine. There is still a good portion of the city here in the castle walls. Maybe just because either homes were destroyed or of other nature. You're getting the feeling that a lot of people who could have been hurt were saved. A large portion. Right now, the death toll is more just, though, unfortunately, among the clerics, the priests. There were some paladins of other temples like that were there.
That orc lady from the Artemis Temple in Sumani. The one that was fangirling over Lily like 2 seasons ago. She's dead.
Yeah. You want to know whose legs those were? Whose orc legs? Yeah, that's what
No,
I've
we
been doing
didn't
so far.
visit in Magencia. She visited in Sumani.
Oh, in Sumani.
No, I thought it was more apparent.
Like he
It
said,
was-
people traveled here for the new year.
Clerics were traveling.
I was wrong.
That was.
I'm fine.
All of you. It is 7 a.m. At one point, you see Arthur.
Oh gosh.
His clothes are ruined, but you see he doesn't care. You actually see Arthur's holding himself with very proper poise. You see he has medicine strapped across his back. He's got a nasty cut running along his cheek. At one point, though, he comes to you guys as you're helping with a lot of these refugees in the castle. He's just like, right, get some sleep. My personal rooms, please. You've done enough. I'll stay and finish.
Arthur,
Please get rest.
one thing. There's a tiny firebolt girl named. Good thing I wrote it down.
Mina.
Named Let me do the thing.
Sorry.
Name Mina. Her father was named Ranchester, and I wasn't able to save him. I have promised her.
Riot,
her found
please, you
family.
did enough.
I know. If they ever come to you, I gave them my signet ring.
We're helping as much as we can, but thank
I
you.
know.
Please.
Okay.
I need you all to please rest.
100 plus of those.
You're...
And had to decide, should I bring
I
the back?
would hate to think what would have happened here if you weren't in Magencia this night.
Dumbo nods.
So maybe that's a blessing from the gods in and of itself that we were here to help.
Are Rapunzel and Morgana with him right now?
You don't see Morgana here.
Okay.
And you know, last you heard, Merlin's actually still at the docks around Magencia where a lot of looting was taking place. Merlin's like helping quell a lot of rioting. Again, the outer reaches of the city are the most affected in terms of like rioting. And you see, but Arthur just, please rest, get food, because if you don't rest now, you're gonna start getting points of exhaustion.
But like,
And if anyone
isn't
doesn't
he at
rest,
that
Dumbo's
same
carrying you
level?
upstairs.
Yeah, he's
Like,
at that same
isn't
level.
he also?
You can tell. Oh, Arthur looks ready to pass out too, but you see, he is very just that cold, proper point. It just, I have to be here. You need to rest so that you can continue to fight.
Then Arthur, if I may insist, as another dignitary, I am staying up with you.
I actually have to
Yes, I know.
request something of him.
I
But
don't
was
like
gonna
pulling
wait
the
until
card.
everyone else
pulling
left.
the card. You know.
As a
Trying to-
guest in my home, I request you sleep.
Damn.
Let me.
It's kind of that backup.
You see,
person.
this
I request you
is.
sleep
I'll
as
actually
a
say, all of
dignitary.
you see this. It's the darkest thing to see a
My house, my
16-year-old child have to say. You see, just, I need to be here for my people, and I need to be here to immediately speak with the nations of the world.
Then one moment. Ask him. Basically,
Yes.
I bring him in to talk. And I
He
hold
gives
him.
you a good clasp.
Not just a clap, just to hold him.
You see, he breaks
He's
it. Thank you.
cool.
Rest. Please.
Anyone else resisting the rest, Dumbo?
Dumbo just kind of...
Alright!
Raya, who's
Okay.
like not even walking, maybe you're just holding her up, like...
Because
it's
they're like, no. If it's the camera, I'm holding Arthur. It zooms out. He's
Dumbo
holding
walking
me, and
us
Dumbo
around
walks.
along the... Do.
So
Yes.
Arthur, is the teleportation circle able to be used right now?
Teleportation circles were broken. Of course. I've been contacting with Snow. Her birds are the fastest thing that we can use for messaging right now. To my knowledge, the 3 major temples of Sumani are gone. Most major temples are destroyed.
What of that oracle friend of yours?
You see, he's just the major temple of Athena up in China is destroyed. In Agrabah, the temple to Hermes is gone. I believe if there are any temples that remain, they're no bigger than an outhouse. Anything larger is not standing. I am working. I don't think teleportation circles will be back in months. Please understand, though, we are doing what we can. Sumani, thankfully, didn't have the worst of it. Most of the temple, while the cleric dead is still being counted, I don't think they had nearly as bad as we did. And beyond that, the world is just in shock. So.
Do you have an emergency messenger or something that I can send out to Corona?
I haven't heard from
Maybe
Corona.
or something. Can I send a message?
You see, he goes, yes, I'll have a message delivered. I don't think Corona had any major temples, so I hope it is fine.
Okay.
Do we know any other? Because apparently there's been magic this whole time, and my people never knew it. Are there any non-religious casters besides Morgana exist? Well, yes.
What am I
Someone
so
who knows.
Arthur can't help. He gives us. Well, you guys. You see, though, he just, in terms of casters,
Basically, I want to know if my people are okay.
you see, I will, unfortunate casters, I know Merlin Morgana are here. There is one of the higher priests in China, but an older draconic sorcerer, a friend, but nothing that really could do much, as they're still helping in that final restoration of the China
I know that
nation.
That if Merlin or Morgana has the time, can they, in their wizardry, send a message or
You see
receive information?
Arthur, and this is where I will say this is a blanket statement. I'm not letting you guys look into it. You see Arthur, though, Morgana's a little busy.
Yes.
She has things dealing with, I say this as a matter of just pure statesmanship. We believe Morgana was robbed during the attacks.
No.
I will tell you as my Imagineers, I believe the vials holding the souls of Mordu and Shan Yu have been taken.
Oh, that's what.
But I have things looking into it. I'm trying my best.
Okay.
I don't want you to worry
You're
about
doing
that.
more than enough.
You see Arthur just now. Sleep.
Only if you sleep later.
Only if you sleep first.
Fine.
You
I'm still
see-
being held by Tumbo.
Yeah,
I'm in
literally.
this like cool pose,
Right.
zooms out, still being held.
I
by
think
the
it's that very natural number. Just all of you,
You're being the
feet
responsible
led,
one.
drag yourselves to rooms. Arthur has these like meant for the important dignitaries that come and visit, but are obviously for you all. As you all rest,
I'm sending
there's
out a message
some
to
last
Arthur.
things, and then we do in some dream moments.
Of
Oh
course.
boy.
So
I'm not looking forward to next streams
John
tonight.
and Rapunzel, and does
Oh.
anyone else have anything, or are people
Basically,
messaging things too?
if there's any word from Kumandra, sorcery wise, she needs to know if it's intact or if her people are okay. And actually, the only I don't know if it's gonna take off honor points, but she's selfish. She wants to know if Namari's okay.
It will take off an honor point, actually.
Yeah.
But that's a selfish thing. It's fine to be selfish sometimes.
It's not just.
It's human.
It's
Mhm.
that is to be mortal even. Messages. Not just for Rapunzel. I should have said Arthur definitely is going to send off messages for anyone who would need to, or who would have something.
Do you want to send a message to the circle? Sorry.
I was gonna say, for all Dumbo knows, they're gone.
You
at
don't.
this
I mean,
point.
there's
That's
still
fair.
something to follow up there. Unfortunately, just so much has happened.
Yeah.
I will say this completely then out. If you guys hadn't been in Magencia, it would have been worse.
Yeah.
You guys had option. I mean, I thought it was clever, like the idea of, well, let's go to Magencia first, and it could have been much different if you guys hadn't have gone to the Temple of Dionysus.
Not only do we still have a
you could have been
but a
anywhere
cleric
else.
who knows that the Dionysus.
You have one of the last remaining clerics in the world alive because
Security on him? Are we the security on him?
to give you that idea, it would have been like
insurance?
all of you guys split up when the attacks were happening, and it would have been even more deadly. So well done, even just in choices and how you guys handled it.
Yeah.
Again,
Um,
there was all 4 temples. There was some great problem solving today.
Yeah.
For real.
I'm impressed with us
Well,
as a
she's
party.
John,
As we're moving to like the apartments and stuff, I'm gonna hold Meg back. Just like we need to come up with a faster plan of attack.
For
Just taking out
Demons in
these
general?
Yeah.
you Dumbo,
Yeah.
you hear that? Just but like it's an overhear kind of thing that
Exactly.
like yeah.
Yeah.
Did
You have an
bring in
insanely
mind?
high perception.
You can hide from me.
Do you have any idea on what the
Also,
cause
I
of
got
this might
blind
have been?
sense now, so.
Who's behind
Oh,
it?
sick.
I
Tonight?
have an idea,
Yeah.
so we'll roleplay
Oh,
something that's
well,
because I
you
think
know who doesn't want any of the other gods to have clerics left? It's just his opening gambit. Now he's pretty much unrivaled except for us.
Right. You know,
Awesome.
As you say that, Dumbo's just right there in front of you.
you see,
That.
Sweet Susabop, where'd you come from?
He gets really close to your face, like fully bent down. Who?
I guess he does when he cares enough.
Who?
Case.
The first one Dumbo said, I think that's amazing. I just got chills.
That was great.
The one word spoke. Who?
I was just.
He nods at your response, stands up, and continues taking Riot to
Hey,
the room.
hey,
Takes it to
I
the-
was gonna have an emotional moment
Good, holding her
too.
out.
Okay.
Speaking
I'm
of plans-
emotional.
Speaking of plans, we need one for him because he wants us to take out these steam lords for a reason. Whatever is in it for us, there's more in it for him.
It's chess.
Well, now
As-
It's
he's
getting rid of every single piece
Dumbo
except
knows, yeah.
for us.
It's a chess game. As you
I'm
guys
still being
settle
held
in,
that
a lot.
down.
It's also
chess.
it's hard to even fall asleep as tired as
Can
you
put
are
me down?
in rooms in beds.
No, we don't trust you.
There is such a natural moment of just fear and stop of like, what happened? Your bodies have to decompress. Your minds have to think.
That's a 24 on frightened resistance.
Dumbo feels fine. No. But as you're all sleeping,
Dumbo angry.
perfect.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
John,
Oh.
you in that I'll say like maybe in that you're cleaning your gun. You're settling down as you've done so often alone on your travels. Your weapons are clean. Your cot's ready. Finer bed than you're used to, but as you lay down, you feel those sleep start helping take your mind. And you're under the willow tree.
Oh.
And as you look around, you see her.
Oh.
As she reaches. John, are you there?
I'm here.
Are you alive?
Yeah.
Fast embrace. I didn't think this would work. I'm trying spells I've never tried. Where are you?
Magencia.
I'm sorry, my love. I shouldn't have stayed away. Please, what can I do?
I don't know, we need something to be able to speed this up. To take out those demon lords.
Demon lords, what is happening? What? You see, Hannah. Nature's been kind to you. You've lived so strong.
4 years old.
I'm sorry. No, you see, she just.
Sorry.
I was selfish. I shouldn't. After you people, we were scared, and I let fear dictate my actions.
I don't blame you.
You should.
I don't.
John. It's okay. I'm coming. Vroom, your dreams.
Whoa!
Oh my god!
I love you. That's kind of hot.
That was kind of hot.
My heart can't
That was kind of
John Smith.
John Smith. Rapunzel.
Well, I'm sending you the letter that I'm sending to the so that you can read it, and there you go.
Woohoo! Were you almost crying?
Almost.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, you guys. Oh. Right where it hurts.
So it's being sent to my parents, and obviously you can see the
Travis
rest.
under the willow tree.
Oh, it killed me.
Not Grandmother Willow.
Yes. Rapunzel, you, as this letter's off, you give it to. Arthur's able to take this, immediately gonna send it. You fall asleep. Rapunzel, you see yourself in Neverland. And I'm gonna have to roleplay this.
I know.
I know. I forgot to get this ready.
It's fine.
You see the small little pool, and you see the flowers that are blooming in this new year. And you feel a rock hit you in the back of the head, and look up, and from the trees, not the same Lily, the older Esmar, maybe like not fully grown, but that child again, as you knew her.
I'm gonna run up and hug her.
She hugs you fast. Just, I miss you.
Miss you too.
Hey, it's really bad out there, isn't it?
Work kind of sucks without you.
Well, I knew that was gonna happen. You see, as Tiger Lily stops, she kind of like takes your hand, just like holding it. It was nice. It was nice to be remembered. They named a month after me.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
my favorite, you know?
You got to get a holiday on that. There needs to be a holiday. And I think it should just be a holiday where everyone has to just be really, really nice to each other. And no one's allowed to be mean, and it's going to be a good day.
I like that. That's great. I'll talk to my dad about
It's
that.
coming up. I think I've got the solstice in that month, so do it then. That will be the best
That
month.
sounds perfect.
Please. Thanks for helping the kids.
Cat?
Yeah, no, I mean, because if you didn't, I mean, they would have died. Did you see that building? That was coming down. You see, though, she just... It's gonna get worse, Raps. But whatever you need from me, I can help. I'm not a big goddess. I mean, look at me.
You're the best.
Look at me in my little body again. I'm a gremlin. I can't do much right now.
Tattoos and they're still amazing.
Yeah, okay, but like, did you know I can't change these? Like, this is kind of like how Artemis recreated me. And I'm sorry, like, that's great and all, but like, man, it would have been nice to be an adult.
It's okay, then I wouldn't be able to ruffle your hair so much.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, stop it. Listen, you can do it. I can give you this, and I hope it helps.
It's more fire whiskey. Because that doesn't agree with me. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I can't.
Legally can't purchase alcohol.
That actually may or may not be on your bill.
Yeah.
I can't actually just take things as a god. Fun fact.
That's okay.
I can't just appear in the mortal world. I may have written an IOU. So, like, yeah, it's yours, but you bought it. Anyway, sorry. That's not my point. My point is, a lot's happening when you're out there. And I can't talk a lot about what the gods want. It's really dumb, okay? It's really dumb.
Yeah.
You just need to know that playing his game doesn't mean not playing it. Rapunzel, you know how to play, right? Oh my gosh, have you never just played before? Come on.
I mean, I live in the dark forest.
You have the best dream of Lily playing tag with you through Neverland and rolling around and like trying to catch fireflies in the different land.
You can pick more of those weird
And
flowers.
After all these fun little flowers, you pick this flower and you're sitting there and you're just laughing. You see Lily just, that was fun. You have to play though. Otherwise, you don't finish. I hope that makes sense. Bye! You wake up
Oh, shoot.
with this flower in your hand.
Is it one of the flowers that we had in Neverland?
It's
Like
a
that?
tiger lily.
Ah! Okay, it's going right in my hair.
Guys are all making me sad.
Oh my gosh, can I do
Sorry,
any
the
sort of
harmonizing
insight
sound
just
was
make sure like I
super
sort of
Oh.
get what she's trying to say, please? Insight, please.
Sure, yeah.
Do I get advantage because it's freaking Lily?
Yes, yeah,
Yes!
no, she was really leaning into some
I
stuff
think
for
so
you.
too.
Even though she couldn't say specifics.
Okay, 16 plus. I think I have a plus 7 insight.
23, yeah. Rapunzel,
Yeah.
when Lily was
8
playing
plus 8.
tag
24.
with you, when you got tagged, you had to tag back. You played Thieves and Guards, where Lily stole the colorful rocks from you, and you still had to run and catch it back. Lily's talking about a game, but obviously it's Hades' plan. You can't not play it. By doing so, worse stuff could happen.
We have to play the game.
You have to figure out, you have to play though, but play doesn't mean let it go.
Mm-hmm. We get to play them back.
This is going to be cool. Meg.
Here we go. Drama.
There are
Yes.
2 options here.
Maybe not trauma.
I thought mine was gonna
Maybe
be
not
trauma.
Maybe
so.
not.
Hey,
I'm
not
just not gonna say what my 2 options are because I'm
Ba-
gonna change
ba-
it just to be a punk.
Oh, I'm
But
saying
then I'll tell you guys later what I think my
Meg.
Maybe it's
options are.
another.
I have an idea on
another
the option too.
Meg, you see the ruined buildings of your home. The city that doesn't exist anymore, hasn't for a couple years. And you hear and feel that presence behind you. Brilliant! Brilliant! Oh! Business is booming! As flicking around, lounging in his robe, Hades grinning just...
Just make it a bathroom. Give him that indignity, please.
Did you see that? Those performances! Couldn't have asked for better help. Honestly, have to say, you're still gonna be employee of the century for me, but I got some good ones, didn't I, Nutmeg?
Can I figure out who or what he's talking about? What performances?
Employees?
Probably the
Employees.
dragon.
But like, is this something that happened tonight? Like, is this like one of those voices that maybe I should have recognized type performances? Like,
Yeah. Go ahead and make me
can
an
I
insight.
figure out?
It's connecting from what you couldn't see earlier. Hades is talking about.
I want to be a fruit smell.
22.
Eating too much.
You
Smile away the
employee.
trauma.
You know, when Hades talks about this, Hades has a payroll. And you have known some of them.
How many months?
He's playing.
And now you're remembering
Thank you.
who may have been that first voice. Facilier. That
Oh,
dark...
no.
I mean, because you even told Megan that he was there that night,
Yeah,
and I
no,
didn't think
for
about
real.
it until just now.
You are feeling that definite just in your mind of like who started the yells at me, but you also realize there was probably a lot going on last night, not just here but other people everywhere. And you see hey just
Should I be flattered? Because he did say I'm still the employee of the century.
yeah, you should be so flattered. No one can hold a candle to you. If I wanted someone dead, you would say how dead. If I wanted stuff stolen, you would steal it without hesitation. If I said I wanted an apocalypse, you delivered.
See where that got me.
Oh, Megara. We're in for some fun. You know, I don't know why you left. I could find some room in the ranks if you ever want to come back.
I'll take that under advisement. Can I? Okay. This isn't kind of insight on gods doesn't usually work out well, but
Since when did you ever care about what God?
well, because here's the like. He's a god. He doesn't necessarily really need me. Is this like,
He's a god.
oh, weakening the Imagineers? Is this like, oh, he's got a weakness he's trying to cover up by getting more help? Or like, can I learn anything about like his plans or weaknesses by the fact he's even making an offer that he really doesn't have to as a god, right?
I'd say that stuff you're just kind of naturally
I'm already
inferring.
naturally inferring. Yeah, as I talked it out, I was like,
Gods
that's
don't
not
just
even an insight
offer
there,
something
it's that-
unless they want it. He's offering.
Mhm.
He may be a little joking, but still in that very...
The fact that he's here means something.
Yeah.
The fact that he wants you on his side means he's scared of what you can do against him.
I'm wondering.
Something like that. Yeah.
So, Meg, do you want to keep playing hero to a bunch of mortals who don't even respect gods, who don't even care about them, or help me fix the world?
Define fix the world.
Think of a pet in a vet.
Well, maybe that's for you to find out. You feel the dream fade and vanish.
That's a
Don't
dream about
look at Meg
Hercules.
coming.
Oh no.
Meg, that's your dream.
Yeah, that wasn't either of the things I expected. But nor was that.
See, I was thinking it was either going to be Hades or Hercules.
I was thinking it was either going to be Athena
Dumby time.
or the
Ooh.
people in my past who
Here we go.
helped us first.
Ready, guys? you see
Oh, this music is so cute.
a much younger self in a mirror. You see face paint. You see lovely vest that your mom made for you back when you were younger.
That's so
And as you feel the trunk maybe leaving your shoulder, this is after you really started finding yourself, and you and your mom had so much fun performing together. You know she's getting ready. She has some other acts just because she's, older and can help with more. The roar of the crowd, the smell of the food, all muted as you just feel very confident. And suddenly you are up on the tightrope. You look down, you see the crowds, you see the people cheering. And no check needed, it's a dream. Walking across, the fake tumble, the gasps, the net being taken away, you falling, your ears unfurling, soaring through, feeling the wind, the freedom, the love of the people, of your family, and you alight down. But as you land, you realize you're in a private box that your circus doesn't have. And you see a man sitting next to you. Tears running down his eyes. You see just beautiful. You really are a marvel, kid. Hi. I'm a god. It's your first time with a god in a dream? It's okay. I always loved circuses. Truly, truly my essence. Traveling, entertainment, freedom. Feels good. It's got a pretty miraculous gift. When I blessed you with that gift,
Oh.
What?
I was really, really hoping you'd put it to use. You see mischievous girly laugh, just... it started off as a joke. As most things do. No, I'm serious. I'm sitting there with my brothers and sisters, and they were looking, and I've always loved the Loxodon. You people are amazing. And pretty sure it was Ares who made a comment about, well, the Loxodons will be cool when they can fly. I thought, why not? Kid, you've taken my dream and joke and made it into something beautiful, haven't you? You see tears are still falling from his face as he's been talking this whole time. It hurts when you lose people close. But I mean, when something's taken from you, you have to take it back.
Am I still child Dumbo right now?
No. Through the course of this conversation, you look down and have seen you're now an adult. You are back in your body. It's just, but maybe you didn't realize because this man seemed to enlarge even as you talk, to be almost a little more godlike in that stature. You see, just don't know if you've guessed it, but I'm Hermes. Travelers, thieves, entertainers. I'm hurt. Dumbo, I really am. Something mortals I don't think really understand how we feel. Our followers aren't just numbers. They're people. They're people who need help. And this is how we can. We can't just go to the mortal world when we want. I need help. And I can't think of anyone better you see he's reached out his hand.
Take it.
I want you to go out. I want you to help those in need. You, a shining flying elephant. I want you to kick my uncle's teeth in. And I want you to do what you've always done best. As you awake, your hand reached out. You unfurl and see glowing dagger with the caduceus engraved upon it.
That's so freaking cool.
As you feel it, this dagger feels strange. It breaks into 2 split daggers.
Oh.
And you hear that voice. Knock him dead.
You two get gifts from your gods.
Just saying, I got
That feels a
wow.
tiny bit salty. Can that be the name of the cell episode?
Anyone
We'll
do
figure
it.
out what you want to change, because
Hey, I
it's
just
that
got a
he's
FaceTime
basically
from my
going to be
girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Yeah, she's coming. She's like, hey, I'll
Yeah.
see you.
I love
Yeah.
that.
You, Dumbo, will work on what paladin levels you get.
Oh!
A paladin
Uh,
robe?
He-
That's one of the coolest
with,
things.
with some of the texting you were asking earlier, but yes, Raya,
Nice.
you
I
see,
have a good night's sleep. But
you actually do. No, that's not even a joke.
good.
Sneak attack damage mixed with smites.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
The god of thieves likes you.
Yeah. As he should.
You telling me you guys have never multi-classed a paladin and rogue together before?
I have not actually, not that specific blend.
That's a very
This
specific blend that
It
is
is
going to
actually
prove
my
super
first time
cool.
right?
Bonk!
Bonk,
Yeah,
bonk.
so,
Raya, as
Can't
you
play
sleep,
your class, I have to.
Yeah.
you see
I've got
Kumandra.
that too.
You see the
Also can't take
rolling rivers and beautiful, lush scenery. In a split second, you see the fires. You see the rock. You see Ranchester. You see Mina. You see these people. You feel the honor that was lost. You were at 24 points. Right now you're at 19. This was not only the honor lost in the failure of saving that life, and also of a perfectly normal and selfish desire to reach out. You feel this, though. You see this world. And I have to make a very important roll. A faint voice. But you know it's Sisu. You got it. Help them. With that, you awake with a start. Rapunzel pounding at your door.
Okay, I'm immediately out of bed and I'm opening the door.
Half dressed, half armor, half soot and blood on his face is Flynn Rider.
What?
Oh!
What?
Holy
Oh my gosh!
I'm here.
That's a man.
You sent.
That's a man in love.
You sent.
Come on.
Oh my
You sent the
God.
letter. I, boom, passes out on the ground.
You think he's not in love with you?
He is on the ground. You be help out.
I drag him up to the bed, like, no closet this time, I guess.
You just letter and the bird.
How did you do that?
I think I owe your parents a horse. There
Oh
was.
my gosh!
There were dragons out, and
What?
horse is dead. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm good. I'm very tired.
Okay, well, I'm gonna
You got
gonna
orange
start
slices.
crying a
Oh,
lot.
ribs.
I'm so sorry, cure wounds.
Oh.
Okay, do you
all of you have had a long rest.
Nice.
Sweet giblets.
I leveled up. Yes.
Sweet.
Alright.
And we're going to figure out. I
Oh
think,
my god.
we'll figure out after session. Some of you may have leveled up. I think like double, and like how we're going to.
Okay, dude, how the heck did he get here from Corona?
Yes.
He is going to start explaining what's
I
happening.
went through that whole night without taking any damage.
I
Nice.
took a total of,
Good
like,
for
6
So I may have
damage.
sent a
But
letter
You guys did- I
to
mean-
my parents and also
Yeah.
Flynn.
Flynn briefly is describing, and in the most fluid way, it was fine. I was just waiting for letters. It's just at the post, and I just happened that there was a horse nearby, and we got the letter, and I'm sure your parents. I forwarded it. Can you forward a bird? Can you forward birds? I don't know, but I found the bird, and the bird was like there, and I just know you're Magencia. There was a horse nearby, and I just took the horse, and we just want to go. Does this place have room service? It's a pretty nice place.
Yeah.
I got it as fast as I can. Yeah, the horse definitely was already about to pass out from exhaustion. Made it halfway, and there was a dragon, and I just ran the rest of the way. And I'm just here now, and it's just good. It's good. You said whenever you needed me. I told you. He is out cold, and now he's asleep.
He outran a flippin' dragon?
Flynn Rider with Rogue dashing and everything,
Yeah.
booked it across Magencian Field. Made it because you asked him to come.
If you do not put a ring on that man's finger right now.
He looks very cute while he's asleep.
I'm sure he does.
He does that little baby thing where like when he sleeps, he's not like a full snort, just where his like lips kind of bubble. Rapunzel, you sit there. There's a like knock on the open door behind you. You look around. Queen Star just. I see he made it here first. You have a visitor.
I do.
She closes the door.
Are we awake to notice this?
Well,
Also,
Dumbo,
did you say
obviously.
Queen?
Dumbo, you hear this all going on as maybe
Sorry, which
you
queen
finished
did
your
you
long rest
say?
and you were up
You
maybe
said
a little
Serapis
earlier.
or-
I
okay,
say
that's what I
earlier,
thought.
in sleeping through the day, it is almost 6 o'clock in the evening. All of you slept from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. because it was that hard exhaustion. Dumbo, though, maybe waking up a little bit earlier, like around that 4-ish, but you've been maybe you've been looking at the daggers, and thinking. There's a lot to process, but you feel that promise burned into your heart. With that oath in your mind.
Oh yeah, that'll be interesting what oath you picked.
Oh, I picked.
He picked.
I picked before even the
You.
dream.
That's why. That's kind of why I allowed. I'm like,
which
if you
one.
have this in mind, we can do it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
All of you are there. You do though. I'll eventually hear little knocks on your
I will
door.
say I would have gotten food and brought it so that
Tabaxi and Guard invite you.
He has food.
Arthur has invited you to a war council in the main chamber.
All right.
All of you can head on in.
I have to wake up Flynn because he should probably be
No, Lance, no, not the bees.
It's okay.
Oh,
It's
oh,
okay.
oh.
Hi.
Hey, Blondie.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so sorry to wake you up.
He starts like trying to his hair was just. How's it going? Oh, this is a nice bed.
I'm doing a lot better.
Oh, cool.
Glad to see you. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Here's food. We have a war council to go to.
Start shoving some. Well, for me, a war council.
Let's do
Let's
this.
go to war. Woo!
Oh my God.
Gets up, kind of. Need a hand. Weak knees.
I got you.
Woo! Man, you'd think I was like 40. I'm sorry, like half elves? Maybe it's just the thing when we're born. Like, my cartilage gone down there. You kick me hard enough, I swear, Blondie, you could roll me all the way to Sumani.
I promise I'm not kicking you anytime soon. You're fine.
Thanks
You're
for not
fine.
kicking me. I think that's a bare minimum.
I don't know what to do. I was
You all
expecting
head
maybe
in.
3
They
days.
walk in, and she's like, "Hey, Raps, when did your boyfriend get here?"
Oh!
You see
Oh,
Flynn,
last night you spent
done-
the night with him?
No, I'm so confused.
Did I sleep in your bed?
Yes.
Oh!
Slept in your bed?
Hey, you shouldn't tell your parents that. I don't know
But
if we've...
they're male.
Never change, Blondie. Nice to see you, Meg.
Right, it's just grinning from
Scary.
ear to ear.
Please be nice to him. Please don't kick him. He's really
All
scared.
of you
Take it right
arrive
now.
in the main room.
No.
Square table, you see is littered with what was a lot of like dignitary, all cleared off, giant map of Dysania. Realize I should have set that up sooner. I will start getting that pulled up though. As you guys are sitting around, you see Arthur is ready. You see tunic has been changed. At some point someone must have, you probably Morgana, prestidigitation and a bit of just cleaning up. He is in full battle gear. The emblazoned yellow sun, golden gleaming on the blue chest plate. You see he's sitting. There are pins in the maps, and you can tell these are points probably of temples. As Arthur is sitting down, you see that he looks up, sees you all just... Imagineers, how'd you sleep?
Yes.
Well, actually amazing.
No,
Can we tell if he slept
no.
at all, or is he
Yeah,
like...
yeah, so I say yes, but I
Like
look
huge
at
bags. Oh, he hasn't slept, and definitely has
yeah,
points of
with that,
exhaustion,
I
but...
look at him, I'm like, yes, I did. Have you fulfilled your end of the promise?
I'm gonna elbow her with that silent, now's not the time type thing.
You said, I can rest when people are safe.
Way, not in a...
Here's what we're talking about. You see he looks over. Oh. Flynn! Good to get Flynn, half a bacon sandwich about. Listen. Cool. Alright. Here's what we know. Arthur is going to fill you guys in.
Here we go.
The attacks that happened last night were simultaneous throughout the world. What you are noticing, if the map pulls up on the right screen, he talks to you guys and is explaining that the 5 main temples of Magencia are gone. You see, Morgana and Merlin have done their best in negating damage, but it's also not their place to rebuild holy worship. Unfortunately, that must be done through clerics. We cannot do that rightfully. The 3 major of Sumani, the Cathedral of Zeus, is ash, as well as the Temple of Artemis and the Temple of Hera. You see, he said, Fantalda, most of the nations didn't have major temples there, but as we can attest, up in China, the temples to Athena, to Ares, and to Aphrodite are destroyed. And you see, he says, the Temple of Hermes in Agrabah is it's more or less glass and ash. We think something major hit that. As far as we know, no other nations had major temples. I've yet to receive word from the Dwarven kingdoms below. I can only assume the worst, though, that their temples to Hephaestus would have been hit. I haven't heard at all really from Neverland or the Orcs, but I could rightfully assume their temples to Demeter, to Artemis and Demeter respectively were hit. As far as we know, there are no major armies. There are no major beings that have been amassing, but...
Question. Are there any temples to Hades, and what happened to them?
Good question. You see, he said...
I know there are some.
We don't know of temples to Hades at this time. The most major temple to the Lord of the Dead currently existed out near Vortuna. The nations below Agrabah. But Vortuna has yet to be completely ratified by nations. The temple there, to my understanding, may still stand.
Huh.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It makes me wonder if a war among the gods is going to start anytime soon.
To my knowledge, and to my reports coming in from the Princess Council, and from... I did receive word from one of the lords last night.
Oh.
As far as I understand, Lord Mickey explained to me that the lands seem to be experiencing unease. Reports of drake, wyvern, and dragon are spread.
Oof.
these attacks all seem to have been coordinated by beings we don't know, but to give respect to gods, we know that they were coordinated by a person, not a holy entity. Arthur gives you, although, the knowing nod, and you get he just
We
can't
all
say it
know.
out loud.
Yeah.
As
Well,
the
'cause
sovereign
did we
regent,
even tell him about seeing Lilith last night at some point?
he's yet to really get that.
Yeah, we
He's
haven't
just
been
got
able to
that-
learn
Yeah, we saw.
Where's our last remaining cleric of the city?
Oh no,
It's
I'm
like,
aware
where
of
is
2
Baby?
of the players that were in the city last night because I can talk about Lilith and I know Facilier was there.
That's
I
true.
heard him, so I can tell
You
him
see,
both of those people were here in Magencia
Coming
last
into
night.
the room, you actually see Merlin escorting Davy in.
Thank goodness.
And you see Davy just, ladies and gentlemen,
Hey,
no, I got you. You see Davy pulls out this keg of Dionysus, starts pouring out everyone a
Oh.
little morning cranberry.
Oh.
You say, no, nothing special, but
Is it hard?
no, it's just, it's something my master would make me in the mornings after a raucous night. You guys need some. You see Davy even nods to you, Meg, even after the conversation. You see he holds no ill will. Just,
And it's non-alcoholic.
non-alcoholic. Oh yeah, like, cause fun fact, Arthur can't drink.
No, that's not the
Arthur is only 16. You have suffered. So this is a non-alcoholic, just more like a cranberry, like spritzer kind of thing. Just that Davy made.
Thank you.
Merlin just, I will be taking personal charge of staying near young David for the time being.
I'm not sure how good that makes me feel.
Why doesn't that make you feel good, Matt?
He's
Very
crazy, but he's
powerful.
competent.
I am
He
crazy
kept
and
Arthur alive until he
competent.
was king.
Crazy competent.
Oh
I
yes,
feel better now.
Arthur only got eaten by a man-eating fish twice.
See what?
Arthur just moving on, Merlin.
That's
Thank
not
you.
very much for your credibility.
Merlin will be taking charge of one of our last major
Mark and
remaining
Matt-
clerics.
For Merlin. For what credibility?
As-
matters.
Crazy.
We understand, though, with the world, there isn't. You see, he kind of does that, like, look, maybe, and he makes, like, a holy sign of Zeus just with that to his. The battle is not of peoples, but of gods. We must tell the people of Magencia to keep peace. This was an attack of dragons. If the people believe gods to be at war, that would rip the world. And if these demon lords also exist, that must be an even tighter secret among us. That is why you all must destroy these demon lords and do what you can with dragons. The official reports putting out to the city is that I'm tasking you with quelling the dragons as best we can.
Is it possible to destroy or disenchant a dragon orb?
You see Arthur just... Morgana actually speaks up. You see, none of you have ever seen Morgana ever look out of place. Her hair is disheveled. You can see she has tons of scrolls in her hand. She's looking very mimish today. This is a little bit of a Madam Mim. She's letting some madness come out.
No,
She just...
I don't like this looking more.
Dragon orbs were never taken for the last 4 or 5 centuries. The last dragon orb destroyed. No, you can't destroy a dragon orb, but you can. You can disenchant it, break it how you can. I don't care. Who has coffee? Arthur kind of like gives a side glance to you all. Thank you, Agatha.
Can we not
Continue
destroy
with
that place?
your search. You see, back into some scrolls. Arthur gives you that. You all remember him talking last night how she got robbed, and just that like.
Right.
Yeah.
But also that
Our goal, of course, if this is an orb of dragon kind, they have not been seen in centuries, if not millennia. Unfortunately, I would have to ask as a king and the sovereign regent of Dysania that this orb be destroyed. That
doesn't
currently,
know how.
in the hands of the enemy, they have an army of dragons that we can't fight. If you find this orb, I wish there could be any other way, but I would ask if it's okay.
May I have a moment?
Yes, Queen Raya. This is your people's treasure.
It's not a treasure. It is a symbol of our unity. And then I, bullet point how
Just bullet point.
it breaks. I told that I would bring it back safe. I don't even know if my people are safe.
You see Arthur. Then we do not destroy it and we bring it back to the people of Kumandra. Dysania stands with them and we stand united. The demon lords must be stopped. Dragons must be stopped. The orb should be kept safe. I have other... You see, he gives a... Mercenaries, for lack of a better term.
It's the Wednesday group.
But I'm Chuck. The Wednesday group.
The Wednesday group. Sam's getting a little bit of insight, maybe what they have. There are other things that we can't handle that we're seeing who they can. I haven't heard from Mr. Incredible or from Thumbelina or any of the other Imagineers in weeks now. I don't know if you have, but it's been a bit of
I don't
an
know who
issue.
those people are.
Oh, I'm sorry. The other Imagineers,
Okay.
the other half.
They're
As he says that, you see a bird fly in from snow. Most of you know this bird. You see Arthur takes it. The bird transforms into a squirrel as he
Oh.
grabs.
My gosh.
Yeah, snow's been getting stronger. These used to be basically real birds. These are now like magical
That
entities.
is
These
super cool.
notes of creation.
That's so cool.
As he takes it, just good news. Mr. Incredible is helping quell the dangers in Sumani. He is there with his armies and helping protect.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I hate
Thank
this
the
so
gods.
much.
As any who have it, that's a great news, isn't it, gang?
That's great news.
You see, Snow and Mr. Incredible are immediately helping. All is well there.
So that was sent from the head of the Council Princess. Also, sorry, pardon my my emotions back there. I'm trying to keep myself in check.
You have nothing to keep in check, my friend.
Thank you.
As one dignitary to another, I know the value of people's unity. And that is what we need in the world right now. Now, what is your next plan?
Dumbo
Oh gosh.
from under his newly acquired cloak, which he went searching for in the
Oh,
city.
the city. Arthur actually has like a bit of a. People would have made one for you, even something that would help.
I found my old one too.
I like that. Dumbo.
He pulls
crystal.
under the robe. He pulls out this dagger and slams it to the table.
Oh, good lord.
That's new.
You want to explain that?
Impressive
I know
dagger
you
of-
can.
Is that a Caduceus, my friend? The gods are with us.
Where did you get that? Oh!
Last night?
Any godly help we can get at this point will be a blessing.
I received a message from Sisu in my dream. She's not able to help me much.
Sisu.
For context, she is the dragon protector of my people, and she is being
Dragon god. Excellent. Gods are with
Because
us.
she is a dragon god. She is under control of this orb. But she was able to get a message to me that
Good.
they will help if they can.
Right.
Back
So-
to plans.
We have gods. Does
Well,
anyone else have
we-
gods?
I do have a question. Can one of you guys, can I take the tiger lily out of my hair? Can this do anything? Merlin?
Agatha.
identify.
Mage hands it in.
Oh, please, no!
Flower, nothing more. Throws it aside.
I take it back and I give her a dirty look.
She ate only some of the leaves, not the petals, but it was
Okay.
that just. Agatha's not doing great. She's.
Then hear me out. It's like, Merlin, can you identify what this is then?
Is your mother?
It's a flower.
Well,
Yes,
I
I've got
received
this.
it in a dream.
It's a flower.
Oh,
One known as Lalanus tigris. That's fake Latin for tiger lily. And you see Merlin just. Can I identify anything else? Would you like me to identify your daggers? I like identifying daggers.
He's particularly fond of daggers.
Ah! Ooh! Magical weapons from gods themselves. These are a magical dagger. They have a +2.
Nice.
But still do a 1d4 each.
Okay.
But they do
But
count as
they're not
magical,
magical.
as they are a gift from a god. You see, again, just very good daggers. Also excellent at picking out gunk between your teeth.
Oh, maybe don't.
Who else identified? You! You have nothing magical about you.
We already knew
He's
this.
a really good shot.
Oh, good. You're a normal person. We do need normal people in these times.
Okay.
Someone to be completely normal, nothing cool about them.
Nah, he's pretty
What?
good at shooting people.
It's fine. I saw you unload into Lilith last night.
You guys,
Speaking of that,
boom! Door kicks open. He's the most important man in this realm.
Stop! I'm trying to plan here.
Strapped axe across her back.
Yes!
Rippling muscle. Azamarian war paint.
Fast. She got
Azamarian war paint. Pocahontas of the Council of Princes bursts in.
These people
She
move
gives
fast.
you a very loving look. Just
You two are loved. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I
my
pull him
people.
aside like in a very
What?
calm.
Apparently.
you bet. Yeah, dude.
Oh, must be nice.
You see, she.
Oh, you're one to talk.
Yes, I am very alone and unloved.
I come with word from the
Let's just
Azamar.
call a perk.
The Temple of Artemis in Neverland was destroyed. The peoples of Azamar, with their relationship to the gods, have made a solemn decree. King Arthur, with your good help, the Azamarian people will for the time live amongst the mortals of Magencia in help with protection as the tie from the gods have been severed here. You see Arthur just... Cool.
Just starstruck.
This is a 8-foot tall, beautiful, black hair Azamar woman. You see rippling abs, right? No, like this is a full. John, you know she is a barbarian
Yes.
of this like high order of Azamar.
Like I look at him and I give him a good nod, like, nice.
Nice,
Personality's probably amazing
I'm
too. I'm not trying to.
Jumbo suddenly said,
He suddenly said
shrinks a little bit back down.
She's just like, oh my.
But she is very tall. She's into it.
Yeah.
But you see, just excellent. So, plan. Where next? What can I do to help before?
In the tavern, when I was told about the Outer Ring of Magencia, they were saying something really similar about Agrabah. We've heard some sketchy things about Sumani, but if Mr. Incredible's taking care of things there, maybe
Then
Agrabah
everything's fine
first.
If the protector of Sumani is there, everything must be fine.
I
in
think
Sumani.
our quest, we're gonna check out Agrabah if you all agree, but is there any multitasking you need us to do while we're there?
Kill some dragons, kill some demons.
That's the
Sounds good to
plan.
me.
Quell some dragons, please.
Dumbo
Dumbo?
just
Quell,
raises his
Quell.
arm and he
Sorry,
stands up.
I
He
know
looks
it's a cultural difference.
specifically directly at Merlin, who seems to be the most knowledgeable person in this room. How does one kill a god?
Oh Merlin breaks into a grin. Looks at Agatha. Agatha's just right. Just... Merlin raises a hand. Boom, 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 boom. Windows shut. Merlin. Boom, boom, boom. Protection barrier grows. A circle of protection. This one's just. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I've thought long and hard about this. God-slaying, you say? Don't worry, we have protective circle. None may hear, but only those in this room. Do we trust everyone in this room?
Yep.
Yes.
Arthur looks, Davy, Pocahontas, Flynn, good. Agatha is not paying attention. She is, you see she's actually, it looks like she's trying to create spells right now. She's like, well, she's like pulled out other
She's
spell
like
work
an
and it's like,
unhinged
like
Ravenclaw.
poking like
Yeah,
blood
totally
in, like
broken.
putting blood into like
Love
scroll
good on
work.
steroids.
She's
Yes!
she's not here
I've got a great
mentally
name
or
now.
basically physically,
Yeah,
right? She's
I'll
just there.
momentarily.
Yeah,
You
she
see-
is scaring me right now.
God slaying.
If that's alright.
How many of you understand the story of Kronos, Saturn, Lord of Titans?
I mean, I feel like
I'm
you
sure
would've
Meg's
told
heard it,
me.
right?
Meg, you haven't heard this story
Oh.
specifically.
I
In
wonder if
all
there's
my
a
research
reason you didn't
of
tell
trying
me
to
that
learn about
one.
these gods, well, I've learned.
I think Meg will say that out loud.
I will say this. This is almost a DM thing. No one in this world really knows. This is a Merlin thing. Damn, you asked the right person. Oh, I was going to make you guys try to look this up on the road. And that would have sucked.
That was brilliant.
That was
Back
cool,
in
right?
the primordial times, when Chernobog and the great light one above battled for control, creation and chaos, madness and order, swirling emotions grew and fell until the three lords, those that we all know and love, personally I'm very fond of the angry duck one, they traveled forth and went to this world that the great Holy One created, this world that we know as Dysania. They brought this first order. They brought this first peace. I have to look at my notes, making sure I tell you guys right, because this is pretty cool stuff. Or as far as Merlin knows. As these three lords were here, the great Holy One left in this charge, and they traveled, they went. But from these first energies, this first grand creation, the Titans emerged. Grand beasts, rock and fire, some with little pointy fangs that would eat you up faster than you can say, "I'm not soup!" The Titans ruled for millennia, decades, time before our known histories. And thus one grew power, Kronos, one of time. Now I must admit, he fascinates me. I love time, ladies and gentlemen. Chronomancy is possibly one of the coolest shit in the world. But Kronos was wicked. He grew fearful of change. Change is the order of the world, ladies and gentlemen. Change must happen. Change must occur. I'm going to change my pants right now. Boom, he's wearing a different pants. Change always occurs. But Kronos feared this, and that was his fatal flaw. We all have them. We all have things we cannot live without. Sometimes it's a new pair of pants. Sometimes it's a very hot Azamar. Sometimes it's for powers we can't control. But Kronos grew fearful of change, the most dangerous of them all. And thus, as his children were born, new gods, godlings, strange little beings, he ate them. He ate them faster than soup, slurped them right down, like peas in a pod, and thus the pods were in his belly. And as Kronos grew powerful, his wife, his spouse, his being of creation next to him, Rhea, grew fearful. His very hot Azamar said, "Now, I don't like this. Don't eat babies." And she decided to take a rock, a primeval stone, that was then forged and formed down to look like a baby. Oh, what a cute little rock. Oh, here's a baby Kronos. Gulp. As Merlin's saying this, images are forming behind him as he's throwing up minor illusions. And you guys are seeing shapeless entities, almost without face, but beings of figure. Like Kronos shifting and moving like sands of time. Rhea of earth and growth, putting and pulling. The rock was swallowed. And thus one escaped, that we know and fear and respect, Zeus, mightiest of gods. He escaped, formed his plan, and thus plucking first flowers from the world that his mother grew, crafted the world's first and foremost regurgitated potion. Let me tell you, tried it once, threw up for 2 decades straight.
Whoa.
Tricking Kronos into drinking this, the gods were spewed forth. Demeter, Hestia, Hades, Poseidon, and of course Hera. The gods drew battle with Kronos. Great mountains crushed. The Titans grew forth, elemental Titans of their own. You fought one, Rapunzel. They're nasty little sons of guns. And these Titans waged war across Magencia. Now, small little fun fact, everyone. As the gods went fighting, you might think to yourself, but what happened to the rock? Does no one care about the rock?
Oh my dragon! And like
Dragon? What? No. No. Dragon orbs are formed by the crystallization of energy.
I know. It's just...
But this rock, fun fact, was formed into the first pot. A bit of soup, one might say.
Black Cauldron?
Oh, yes, the Black Cauldron. Yes.
Oh!
Bit of fun history. I just found that
Sorry,
out.
no, that wasn't right. That was
my
Eleanor Strait,
gosh.
by
Yeah.
the way. I knew
This
what you
was
were talking
formed
about.
by
Okay,
the
good.
mother of the gods. No wonder we couldn't destroy it.
Yeah.
My God.
It's a bit of a powerful stuff. Imagine the ganache you could make in there.
Oh,
But that's not the point.
Lily Ganoche.
We're talking about killing gods. wars waged for untold times. Titan versus God. The gods drew power from the lords. These lords gave their powers to them, as the one being above all gave them that power to fight, to create, to find order, a balance, one might say.
Are you saying the three lords are more powerful than the gods?
I'm saying that they can rock some shit. You've got these insane gods. Battle waged for untold time, until Kronos was at his most vulnerable. Kronos feared change, and the gods knew this. And the gods united. They took powers. Not from one, but from all. Zeus took the head. Poseidon took an arm. Hera took an arm. Hestia took a leg. Demeter took a leg. Hades took the stomach.
I wasn't expecting the stomach, to be honest.
As they pushed on Kronos,
All the
I'm just
Imagineers
saying-
lose it for just a minute.
I'm just saying, if anyone would it be Hades?
Hades got the stomach groinal area. Very important part, actually. That's where you can thrust outward and break a hold, if anyone was curious. Upon placing their powers, only combined, Zeus was able to take his weapon, his master bolt, lightning bolt forged, one only worthy of gods, and cut him open like a turkey.
What's it? You know what? Never mind.
A turkey is a large ferocious beast that roams Neverland and should always be feared, and we eat them annually.
Sounds good.
We eat them for fear that they would eat us.
Yep.
As Zeus ripped open his own father, the world's first patricide, life was born. As this is then the gift the gods then knew, as we know. Death is important, but so is life. The gods did not eliminate chaos, they ordered it. The times of chaos and order. The blood of Kronos grew forth into vast majorities of the world, and strange beings were formed. As the Titans then dispersed, captured, bound, thrown into one of the darkest pits of Tartarus. I don't know, it's like level 6 or 7. That's a story for another campaign. But
Oh no.
Kronos
it's not freaking Kronos.
was killed. How, you might ask? Well, here's my theories. The first thing we learn, it must be from unity. The gods were together. They had to have that unity. Second, the gods had to have power. Can you imagine just a dude on the street trying to kill, I don't know, let's say a Tarrasque? Ancient history, don't worry about it. But, nothing, right? Like, what's one dude to attract? You must have power. You must have unity, you must have power. That final ingredient, you must have a weapon. Something that can kill a god. And that's where I'm completely stupid and unknowledgeable. What kills gods? I don't know. They're gods. Can you imagine, like, oh, hey, what's that in your kitchen drawer? Oh, you know, I've got my kitchen utensils, I got my vegetable peeler, I got my god slayer. You don't just, like, find these things, ladies and gentlemen.
Would the Black
Those things that
Cauldron
the
work?
Lords had, or the Black Cauldron.
The lords? Oh, you mean the sun, moon, and star. No. Artifacts. Artifacts are different than weapons. Those things, Black Cauldron even, these are things ancient and primordial, right? These are gifts given from the one above all, and the Black Cauldron was fashioned from the first... No. These things, you can't kill someone with the cauldron. Have you ever tried beating someone to death with the cauldron? I have. 3 different times, never worked out.
What?
Aside from that, do
Yes.
gods ever die?
Do gods die, though?
Do they?
Yes.
How?
I was reading that there was one named Pan.
Yes.
Faded.
Pan. He's dead.
How?
Gone. No one knows. Isn't that fun? He just decided to disappear.
It would be
Or did
more
he?
fun if we knew what weapon to use.
Is he no longer?
There are other minor gods. Do you understand? The Greek god, I mean, there were even some Egyptian ones. Poof! They just
I'm
left.
not aware of that.
They're gone. Could it be the people that served them died? Could it be the gods themselves grew tired of ruling? Could it be
Did they cease to be
there's
gods?
something that can kill a god? don't know. Isn't that fun?
What if they need us just as much as we need them?
Oh. No shit.
I'm new to this.
I think
okay?
last night's
I kinda
event.
just
I'm
showed
sorry.
up here.
We just had a Clericide of the world. I'm pretty
I know,
sure there
I know.
was something.
I just showed up to Dysania like maybe a month ago.
I'm
and
sorry.
gods
The
were-
god of travelers just asked an elephant to now be a champion for. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure they need us too. I think that was a pretty prime example.
Yes! I'm just... This guy
Actually.
has absolutely no wiggle room for new people, does he?
No, it's just that whole thing with, again, Meg's remembering she's not going to say anything, but it's not remembering her. She must say, the gods need help, including that one.
Mm-hmm.
So, god killing weapons. Ideas? What could kill gods?
What if you...
Can you make
Is there any
not a
check we
god
can make
anymore?
to have ideas?
This is actually
Well,
purely
hold on.
among players, actually.
Wait, I have an
got one.
idea.
Zeus is like
So
I
we
got one.
turned
we
Hades
know
very
he killed
briefly
Kronos with that.
into
I
a
think
lizard.
if we
right?
all
Just
touched one
pawns.
of those.
And
Yeah.
he was in peril.
Are you saying this out loud?
People...
Yes,
Wonderboy could do
I
that.
am saying this right now, guys.
Wait, you turned him into a what?
We turned him into an iguana.
Oh, it was hilarious!
Didn't
I
make
was
you
like,
about that.
"There."
Was she like
I got out of
there in the
character.
shadow somewhere?
Okay, well I'm just gonna
You
say
turned
we
the god of the dead into a lizard.
Yes, it was one of my.
Did
proudest
Meg already
moments.
know about this?
You
or is
can
this the first
change
she's
a
hearing
god?
So my question is, can
Merlin
we...
starts pulling dimensional portal, starts getting scroll.
No, we just-
Holy! And he's string of curses that may be older than time itself.
Wait,
Just
what if
older
we-
than time and newer than time. He's like swearing in languages that have yet to be invented. You're just
What if
I-
we can
that's huge.
permanently turn him into a lizard? If he can never even change back into a god, because one time I was turned into a dog and then it was a cat and I
no,
don't
no, no,
remember
no.
which.
So
But
No,
then
just
I
turn
turned
him
back
into
into
a
a
lizard
bird.
long
But
enough to kill him.
if you
But
turn
then
him in,
as soon as I died as a cat, I was
no,
gentle
polymorph.
again.
Polymorph state. If you die in that being, you'll come back, but he can be changed.
Can we change him into something permanently so that if we killed him as a lizard?
I'm
he'd
sorry,
stay
wait.
dead?
You could change a god from something else? Sorry, this is you. Does anyone have any idea of the idea? Could that happen? Could someone become a god and become not a god?
Make them mortal? No, that's
I was
so
no,
much
no,
better.
we all know this story.
I
We
know.
what happened to one kid,
One kid, who?
Hercules.
What about him? Yeah.
Wasn't the kid a literal god, and then
He was a literal god?
That's the whole point of why he's allowed to
I
be
thought
a
he
god.
was just your boy toy!
I was saying what you said. Oh, mine didn't
Chaos
drive
erupts.
a horse through the night to get here.
He's not that. Stop.
I'm a boy toy, Flynn.
No.
Anyway,
still
do
fine.
I know like what made him not a god?
You don't.
I need to talk
Hear me
to
out.
him.
No, you
At
the
tournament.
He wouldn't
At the
know.
tournament,
Who
no,
would
there
know?
was another one, Meg.
Claim
You
that
might
he's a
want to
god,
call
he's a
him
god,
and see
see
if
if
he'll
he'll
come.
No, Meg has
Overnight.
a
It was a
stupid,
tournament.
stupid
Overnight.
idea.
I can't do it.
August,
You-
Meg has a stupid idea because Hercules would not know what had happened to him. He was like a kid, and this was done to him.
Baby.
Who would know what had been done? The person who did it.
Oh, son of a
And I might do something stupid to try and find out information.
Meg, I will say this. It's not even that. There could be a couple. I will say, just as that player giving you. You've hit the vein of, well, who would know?
Who would know? It's,
There's a couple people, actually.
Hey, what about an
Big
oracle,
bag.
guys?
yeah, I was about to say, would I know probably at the time were the people who like did it and might know?
There could be gods. There could be other people.
Yeah.
How much has Hercules told you about his personal life?
I don't know. We'd have to. I don't know.
We're
Maybe
gonna
not.
go find boy toys, everyone. Channel with me.
Boy, guys, boy, guys.
But yeah, it's that.
You see Merlin, though, is super excited. You see he's like now shaking, kind of like Agatha. He's like, oh my gosh. No, you don't understand. Like,
If we
you
can
could change
figure
him.
out what
You could make
happened
him,
to him.
you could make a god mortal. You could
Yes.
stab him in the legs.
You could stab him anywhere. You could stab him in his stupid smoky face.
Yes. Wait, who's smoky face?
The fire.
Oh, right, Hades. We can say names here. We can say names.
Yes, but I
so
just insults are better.
Insults
They,
are better.
They're cathartic.
My personal insult was one that sent me a year back in time. It was so severe. I have a life outside of adventurers. Why do you think I just exist? Like I just turn into something like some sort of non-playable character that just exists for your own amusement? I have goals. They're strange goals, but they're goals. Anywho, all I'm saying is, we could kill a god.
Yes, we can.
Dumbo pulls the dagger out of the table.
Ooh,
He splits it into two,
ooh, I like that.
and so he like shrugs off his cloak a little bit, is going to get really intense. The music kind of just heated up too. Okay.
Yeah.
He takes the daggers, and he's wearing like a sleeveless shirt. He starts carving into his arms.
Ay!
And
It's
just,
not deep, yeah, but just
just these marks, these thin bloodlines. I will not rest till Hades is dead. For the blood he spilt, for the darkness he has caused.
Yes.
I
Yes.
swear this oath of vengeance. On the
Oh!
Sorry.
And he puts the dagger back together.
Glowing lines travel up briefly from these lines on your arm. Yeah.
I don't know
Let's
anything like
kill
that.
a god! You see Merlin rips off his robe. He's wearing his tiny whities, grabs him, oils himself up, and just runs out the room.
Can I look over
Let's kill a god.
at
Guess we're
Arthur
killing
and
a
see what
god.
he's thinking about?
Arthur is sitting there. You see he's like very spacious.
How
It's
you
fine.
doing, bud?
He does that.
Okay.
As Merlin leaves, boom, 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 the protective circle fades.
Okay, everybody hush up again.
Arthur
I
just-
sure love jerky that I make myself.
No, you don't.
No,
So-
That's the most disgusting thing we've ever seen.
never eat that
Okay.
again.
No, but like
We
guys,
have
I,
our missions,
We do.
the demons, the dragons, and preparations. Arthur looks at you, Dembo, slams fist to the chest plate, doom, the ring. Looks at you, John, and Pocahontas looks at him. Good luck. I have meetings. You see, he kind of gestured in the door, just in that, like, thank you. You all stand and can head out.
Arthur, get some sleep. You're
see-
no good to your people if you die of exhaustion.
But I'm no good to my people if I'm dead.
Does somebody know the sleep spell? Please.
Agatha
Here's
sees
the
you guys
thing, is that
leaving.
Agatha and Merlin won't let him actually work himself to death, and again, it's that.
Because
I don't know. I can't speak for the rest of you. I have gained that respect for him that I'm like, he's not a child.
Oh
like,
yeah.
He
I
can.
know. I
Go
know him,
16,
though.
I
he
trust
has
him
lived
now
a
to
dark world.
I know.
You
I
see,
just met him, though.
as you leave, Agatha raises the hand, the door slowly closed. You see Arthur looking at this map. Hand through hair, slowly thinking as doom doom. Walking through the castle. Flynn, Pocahontas are with you. Davy actually stayed in the room with Merlin and Arthur.
Good.
And as you see, walking, you see a greased up Merlin sliding down a rampart off in the distance. But you know,
That's
he can
normal
say
for Merlin.
things. That's normal.
They're
That's,
not gonna take him seriously.
I
Like-
want to know how much of this Morph was witness to. Like, how crazy was Merlin in this whole time?
you saw Merlin eat an entire cow whole only to polymorph it in his stomach to make a goldfish as an object lesson. You don't know what the object lesson meant, but it was an object lesson. Merlin is a chaotic, level 20 wizard who does as he
Who turns
pleases.
himself mad through chronomancy.
Chronomancy. The dude has seen timelines and he has seen past and futures that don't exist.
It frightens me that Morph was raised by this thing.
As Merlin slip and slides his way through the
No,
halls.
don't teleport yourself into someone's belly! And Morph does it anyway, because they didn't get the lesson.
That's what the goldfish meant. I'm the goldfish.
I'm the goldfish in the belly.
She gets this epiphany after the Jabberwock. Sorry.
As
Oh,
you
I
guys
love
head
that
down,
so much.
at the gates, having sent forth, Arthur has gotten all of your steeds.
So
Imagine
Flynn's
you
horse
did
is
the
dead?
Hmm?
Is Flynn's horse dead then?
Oh, Flynn's horse was so dead.
Yeah, I thought so.
Your boy Toy gets to ride with you, and I
just gotta run alongside the horse, honestly. Because apparently I'm
You
faster
get
than
him
horses.
another horse.
No, I'm saying if I'm faster than horses,
Flynn
then there's
rides.
no point
You
having
see,
another.
Flynn. I'm good without riding on Max.
No, Max
He
is
doesn't
so
like
good,
me.
though.
You're the only
I
person
don't
who
think
likes
he
the raps.
likes me. Raps. He's a little intense. You see, none of you have ever seen a horse give someone a death stare, but this horse is staring daggers into Flynn, and Flynn just like couldn't imagine why. Really.
Double
Anywho,
pats Max
He's got
on,
great
Max
taste.
on the neck and holds up an apple.
He
Sure.
loves apples.
Starts chomping down on it.
Sweet.
Um,
I have to like kind of bend over
I have
to
a
do it.
quick question.
you have your horse. You have your horse. There is Max. You have your horse. You see Pocahontas, who actually has not left your side yet, John.
Oh.
You see she's walking next to you. Just, do you have a horse?
That is the sexiest way you could ever say to have a horse.
Yes.
John gets
Good.
bothered.
I shall fly close. Vroom.
Whoa.
Beautiful
Isn't it?
golden,
Oh,
pearly white
she's
wings
so
as this
cool.
Azamar unfurls her wings.
Oh, that's.
I'm not even
John,
trying.
oh man! Oh, that's pretty good.
John just
Dumbo like looks at that and he just sort of like his ears kind of it flaps him a little bit. It's like
It's okay, your ears are still pretty impressive now.
They look really soft.
You see Flynn looks out, just, oh my gosh, your ears!
Hey!
Boom. Ah,
Wait, what did you learn? You don't say things about things like
Did you
that.
not see the dude's got ears larger than my whole body? Ah!
that's the ear slap.
As they're bickering, I'm like getting my horse ready to go.
Rapunzel, I
You
have
could, like, fly
seen
with
maybe
her.
a few Loxodons in my life, none that have ears larger
Ear
than my
covers
body
his
twice.
face.
Boom. Ah,
Oh,
Stop
no,
it!
stop. He's been through a really rough night.
Stop it! Ah. Right.
I like this silent line.
All right. Are we going to Agrabah or what?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Road trip.
Road trip.
We ride.
Who has snacks?
Are you gonna like fly?
I
Yes.
do.
Now that we
And
know
it's
you
not
can do it?
trippy
I
to
have
stop.
snacks.
Dumbo, you and Pocahontas will fly above.
Nice.
I actually have snacks.
So
that
do
are
we
not
need a
drippy.
different horse for Flynn because you want like Maximus?
Max will not let Flynn ride him.
Oh,
Hey,
Max.
before the war meeting, could I have gotten certain pots and pans and tools from the kitchen to make things from Commander?
Commander and soup.
Come on.
You're not eating that
Come on.
turkey.
Come on, drink soup. It's the only good thing she can make. Come on.
Can she?
Every pot and pan is currently being used for the refugees. in
Damn
the
it.
castle.
That's fair.
I mean, it's fair.
Roll for it's saying it's
Does
hard.
Flynn still have a frying pan? The frying pan that I gave him?
Yes.
Awesome. We'll make soup in the frying pan.
I love that you still has it.
Very deep.
As you guys head out,
It actually makes really good food though. Remember, it's magical.
But
there are
not
the
that
5
deep.
bridges
Keep that
out of
nice.
Magencia. The most major roadway that would lead you through a bit of Fortuna, Duckburgish area.
Duckburg.
Can lead you there. That's one of the most major roadways. Do you want to just start on the roadway? Do you want to try going off? If in terms of travel, how would you like to travel?
I feel like the road, just because it's a road rather than land, would probably be faster. Because it's well maintained and everything. It'll be safer
However,
for
the
the
world
horses.
is in chaos. Yeah, it depends on how clogged up it is with refugees.
That's true.
Yeah.
So we can try the main road at first.
If it's
and then see
like
about-
too
Those who are
crowded, that might
flying
slow
can
us
tell
down
us
more.
when we should get off the
Oh,
road.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, actually, I will tell you this. You guys are starting to see, it's not just Flynn. Flynn was probably one of those first. Other bedridden and completely exhausted worshippers from other temples are starting to gather. These are some of the first probably of outlying kingdoms. Like, there is Athens to the north. There are like other but right now, though no clerics, most worshippers are gathering here.
Then can we pass the measures along to go to the castle?
Oh, they already have, like,
Oh,
that's what the council
Yeah.
princess, Pocahontas would even explain this to you, John. What she's been doing a lot last night is the council has been so busy. She tells you, she's like, we've yet to receive word from members such as Jasmine or Merida, but most of us have been traveling as fast as we can to find peoples. We've been gathering them. People of the gods must be unified right now. In fact, you actually look behind as you guys are heading out of the city. At least, you have to take that, like, northwestern bridge.
Yep.
Looking behind, cutting in an arc across the sky, beautiful light travels over the castle.
Is it?
It's the
Tinkerbell?
Disney
As the light expands before it hits, and you see rays of sunlight part clouds in this late afternoon. You see Asmar's... John, you see what looks to have been the chief? You see others, because Rapunzel... I mean, Whereas
this
they've
Lily's
been
dad?
very this is
Oh.
Pocahontas' father.
Okay, then
This is
Wow.
head of the Asmar. The Asmar for now will remain in Magencia as the only real clerics. I guess they're the closest. These are literal people of gods.
Yeah.
And so they have that just love.
Do we see anyone from Neverland yet?
Because they're different tribes.
Different tribes.
I know they're different
Yeah.
tribes.
As you all head out, Rapunzel gives you just a soft touch on the cheek before.
Me, Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Pocahontas.
Rapunzel.
Yeah,
Sorry,
like,
because
really now?
as Pocahontas flies up,
Flynn's like, what?
Flynn turns to
I'm
you,
very
Rapunzel.
cross.
As he's just like, give me a second. He runs off. Comes back 2 minutes later with a horse. All right, we're good. Let's go.
Not gonna ask
Don't
any
ask.
questions.
Let's
go.
just ride.
It's like our circus friend here. Sometimes you just don't ask.
Yep.
As you all head off,
Oh, that's so crazy.
in a few moments, I didn't have to cue it. Rain starts falling
Oh my gosh.
as afternoon turns to evening. As you fly, ride, all of you feel that the world has changed. From only what seems to have been a few days ago, taking down the first demon lord, to almost a week of getting this message from the gods, to now Hades has begun his plans. And though the Clericide of Dysania will forever be marked in history books, they can be damn sure they will be avenged. That's where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Oh,
Thank you all so
gosh.
much. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for playing.
Gosh.
Oh, that
We will
went
see you all next
everywhere.
time.
That
Sorry
was
for
a
being
beautiful-
sad. Bye.
There is